Good to go, I hope. Alright, there we go. We should be good. I see everything all clear. Everyone all clear. Can everyone still see and hear?
It's back up.
Alright. So, I believe it's time to do one thing before we get started. First of all, an apology to all you people watching. I'm a nitpick for the things. You could call me. I have my, my PSD. My post-stream disorder. Yeah.
It's better than PTSD.
Yeah, we never joke about that. Never joke about that, for the record.
No.
No. All right.
That's a serious illness.
Yeah, it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready?
I am ready to roll.
Indeed.
So, we gotta put one thing on. What do I put on?
Is it the creepy?
A dress!
Well, I mean, I'm wearing something else, but if you want me to, Cole, if it helps you feel happy.
No.
No, but yes, we got the creepy music.
We did.
Let's not say we did. Yeah.
I don't want to imagine that. Actually, I really don't want to imagine.
Then let me put on the creepy music and let's get this over with.
Please.
Yay. Alright. Blame Cotlol. It's his fault. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into tonight's episode of Perception Check. So, last time on Perception Check, the group of heroes that were combined together under both the word of Titanus Ron from Hope Key and just random people found throughout their adventures so far were making their way from their destinations to the little town of Jing. But along the way, the team had some encounters of sorts. The group led by, well, I use the term loose by led, that contained Magnus, Topaz, Secton, Truly, and Ursula, all made their way to Jing on their way to Noir to deal with the situation with Sparks, the giant scorpion that they had acquired in the city of Helix. Meanwhile, Mugbeard, Zelion, and their new ally, Tripshield, were making their way from Hope Key to make their way towards the town of Jing to hopefully meet up with the others. Along the way, the group that arrived in Jing first, with Magnus's group there first, dealt with the hill giant Titan and decided it was best to kick back and relax for a bit of time, get some training, and do a couple of things to relax and prepare while the other group went to catch up. Whilst the other group were making their way, the group headed through the small city of sorts of Solstice. Not much chance to explore the surroundings, but with Zelion went to go pick up a new instrument, Mugbeard decided to make some friends by preaching about the great Lord of Scanlan, to the dismay of the followers. But they got out of there as fast as they could, but not without Tripshield doing a good deed or two, with Mugbeard and Zelion both joining in, even with Mugbeard showing some kindness to a halfling, of all things. After a bit of time, the three heroes with their cart made their way towards Jing, and with the day fast approaching, the meetup was inevitable. But before we get to the meetup, Secton, you have been waiting patiently, and this is why he missed out last week, by the way, everybody. Secton, after you woke up later than everybody else, and everyone else had started their adventures, what would you like to do? Because we're going to go back in time, and we're going to go to Secton to basically do what he wanted to do during the week. So, Secton, what is it that you wish to do?
Probably try to find the mayor and try to learn that communication spell he used.
Okay. So, it takes you it takes you a little bit of time, but you do eventually find Thomas, who is just patrolling around the town, just having a nice bit of a just essentially just doing a patrol, and he comes across you after just as he's actually on his way to meet up with Trilly, actually. So he notices you and he goes, "Oh, Sexton, good morning."
Good morning, sir. I was couldn't help but notice the spell you had used. I was wondering if you would be able to teach that to me.
The spell? Oh, you mean the sending spell?
Yes, it seems like that'd be very useful.
Huh.
Especially for us traveling around as much as we do.
Well, that is a fair point. Forgive me if this is rude of me to ask, but you do not have access to the spell yourself right now?
I don't believe so. I'm looking in my spell books and I don't have any notes on it.
Well, concerning the good gesture of everyone here, I suppose I could do my best to teach you. It might take a little bit of time, but I'm actually a bit preoccupied with something beforehand. Could you meet me later on tonight and we'll see if we can start your training?
That sounds good.
All right. Then in that case, I'll let you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll meet up with you, I'd say, just as the sun sets. If you want, just wait in front of my establishment. I should be there come when the sun comes down.
It sounds very, very good. Thank you.
My pleasure, good sir. Now, if you excuse me, I am off to go harvest hunting. All right, so we'll go ahead a bit of time, unless there's something you really want to do before he turns up.
No, not really.
Okay, fair enough then. So, we move onwards, and it just is approaching roughly about 7:30 in the evening. 7:30 in the evening. I've been working on that, sorry. At this point, Thomas comes back, and you see that he's actually coming back with 2 guards by his side. He comes up to you at this point, and he notices you there. The guards get a little bit on the antsy, because obviously from the distance they see a figure and they don't know who it is, but as they approach, they do notice you, and they just lower their weapons. Thomas looks at you and goes, "Ah, right on time."
I try to...
I'm glad to see that you actually did make it on time. Have you got yourself finished up and ready for tonight?
I believe so.
Very well. Now, let us be on our way. You two stay outside. Sexton, please follow me inside.
Of course.
At this point, you watch the guards open up, and there is the first time that you see the lovely building that Thomas is staying in. Compared to some of the other buildings in the little village, this one looks a little more flashier, shall we say, compared to like the other buildings, where the others are really strong, sticked, and kind of bricked houses scattered amongst them. This one looks relatively smart. It has actually had what looks like a nice coat of paint on it as well, decorated in a gorgeous sort of red style paint on the outside, with silver sort of outlines around the doors and the windows. Though compared to like the other ones, it still is made of the same material. It just has a bit more flair to it to give it that sort of, regal-esque and importance to the building. He sort of leads you inside, and going through just a couple of doors, he leads you into what looks like a giant library. And there, right in the middle, you see the equivalent of a table, but it's decorated with different notes and books all over the place. And bookshelves as far as you can see. To give it to a perspective, it is essentially about 50 by 30 feet.
You have quite the library here.
Well, I am a man, after all. I am a man of the outside world. It would be best if I taught everyone else who came through the glories and the tribulations of this world in any way I can.
That is a very noble goal.
Well, we've always believed here that we need to be equal, yet we need to be single, if you know what I mean.
I think I do.
So tell me, is it just this sending spell that you wish to practice?
Well, I guess that depends. Would you have any other suggestions?
Is there anything else that you feel would be necessary?
Not that I can think of at the time.
Very well. Then in that case, we shall start your training. And you actually watch as he dips underneath the table, and out of a drawer you see him pulling out a small bag. And when he opens up this bag, the bag contains a load of copper wires. If you had to put a estimation on it, there's probably about nearly 100 small pieces of copper sitting in that bag.
Okay.
He sort of pulls one out and he hands you to it and he goes, well, to start off with, you'll need this.
Okay. What do I do with it?
Well, that copper wire is actually the component needed to cast the spell. You see, metal is diverse in certain places, and out here, it is kind of a rare treat. That is why I do my best to hold a supply for those who wish to use it. But I haven't taught anybody magic in a long time.
Hey, Chris, check the message.
Oh.
The message that I typed for you in the
Yeah,
Roll20
don't worry.
chat.
It's alright. I actually did notice it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you saw it.
It's alright. Okay, just putting on the next music. Sorry about that.
Carry on.
Alright. He sort of looks up to you and goes, so, Secton, in order to channel this energy, you need to place that wire close to your mouth. You need to channel the words that you wish to speak to your comrade. If you can find the magical energy that resides in everybody, you'll be able to send a message, regardless on where they are. Just the only limitations to pass on is beings on other planes. It does have a chance to fail, but, well, let's just say I tried it once, and it was a close call.
Oh. That's, disturbing.
Don't worry. It was more of a knowledge that should not have been shared type of thing, if you would.
Yeah.
So, do you know the energy that resides within your comrades?
I guess I don't.
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Oh, let's have a look-see. 17, okay. Based on your travels that you've done so far, you're familiar with the divine magical energy of Topaz, and you do get an essence of the energy that resides within Trilly, more of the nature essence that resides within her. You faintly do get something out of Magnus, but you're not entirely sure if that's magical energy or just that faint sense of aura about him, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
That's basically all you get out of them. You don't get anything from Ursula or even from Sparks.
Okay. I think I do. I'm feeling something.
Well, that is a good start. So, let me just... would you like me to show you, for example, how it works, or would you like to try it yourself?
I'll give it a try.
Attaboy. Okay, so, Secton. Since this is technically the start of your training, I need to ask, who are you trying to contact?
Magnus.
Magnus. Okay, so, in this scenario, roll a D100 for me. No bonuses or minuses.
Damn you for making me get out of my bed.
16. No. As you speak into the wire, Magnus, you get a little tickle in your ear as you're just basically, as you're just actually making your way to the forge at this point. You sense this little tickle in your ear.
I didn't know there were bugs in here.
What's wrong, laddie?
Something's tickling my ear.
You gotta watch out for the pests around here. We are in the open after all. Sorry about
Fair enough.
No, I don't think it results to that, Mugbeard. Alright, so, at this point, Thomas looks at you and goes, not quite. Who did you try to contact, if you don't mind my asking?
Magnus, the, half-orc.
Ah. Well, I know he thinks more of his sword than magic, so it might have been a hard time for your first time.
Wow, I see.
Do not worry. Eventually, you'll be able to master sending it to everybody. But first, try focus on somebody with a magical presence.
Maybe, Trilly.
Okay. For this, roll another D100 again, and we'll see if you pass this one. 74! That's much better. Trilly, as you are just finishing up with sparks for your day, as you're leaving, you do hear a faint muttering in your ear. And all you get out of it is just... You just get 4 words that just mutter in your ear. Secton, what 4 words would you like to pass to Trilly?
I like your butt.
Well, I asked! At this point, Trilly, as you're just finishing up, you just hear this faint muffle of, I like your butt.
I look around to see who on earth said that. Is there anyone?
As that happens, you just get a sudden chill down your spine, and you're not sure whether that was a familiar presence or whether that might have been spectral.
Oh my god, I'm being haunted by a pervy ghost. What the
And apparently Zolnova says the next one, your rent is due. Rent's due, bitch. Alright, so at this point you actually watch as Thomas just sort of... Well, that's a start. Well, I realize what time we're getting to. Maybe it might have been a bit of a too much of a start to go on this. But fear not, I promise you by the time your friends arrive, I will do my best to teach you the spell.
I appreciate that.
No, not a problem. Anyway, so he sort of leads you out for the first day, and I'm guessing you're going to try do for the rest of the week as well?
Yeah.
Alright, so... Challenge time for Secton. So, Secton, here's how this will work. Each day, you'll be doing, basically, one bit of, one package... Secton, as you just come out of the house for the evening, you actually look and you notice Trilly just coming out of the farm. She's actually looking a little bit spooked.
Something wrong?
No? Why would anything be wrong?
I don't know, you just have a look about you.
Yeah, I'm just, gonna head back to my room. And
Okay.
lock the door.
Secton, make an insight check. Another 4 words from Zornov. 22! You can clearly see that your words have had an impact on Trilly, and you can tell that not the flirtatious kind. You actually do sense that you might have scared her a little bit.
You look like you've seen a ghost. Something happened?
Seen it? I think I heard it.
Yeah, must be something with the forests around here. I've been hearing weird, odd sounds too.
You think they might be haunted?
Possibly. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I think as soon as the others get back, we're leaving. I'll catch you later.
Alrighty.
Trilly just sort of walks off, just still sort of shivering a little bit, and Sexton, you obviously do sense that you definitely had a bit more presence on her than you thought. Alright, so are you actually aiming for the rest of the 6 days to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how your challenge works for this one. So this is challenge time! Alright, so Sexton, on each day, you need to make either a history or an arcana check of your choice to look into how to perform the spell correctly. If you want to do Thomas to show you it, you could do perception as well. Depending on how well you do on that check, will indicate how much I will knock the target number down for you to pass the challenge. You have 6 attempts at this, and I will say that as the days go on, you do knock the challenge down a little, but just be careful though, because if you do fail any of the challenges, it might go back up.
Okay.
So that's the only heads up there. Let me just get on the music in question. Where is my music? Challenge music!
Challenge time!
Thank you. Sorry, Cotlol, I had to put this one back on.
It's fine.
Alright, so, Sexton, you arrive back at the manor, and we're going to start the next day. So, what are you going to do for the first day? Are you going to watch? Are you going to learn?
I'm going to learn.
Okay, so you can make either a history or an arcana check.
Arcana.
Arcana. Go for it. Should be good. 22 off the bat! So, with quick succession, you realize that the first day didn't go well. After a good night's sleep, you rummage through the books and you watch Thomas just sort of giving you that sort of look in the corner of your eye like he's eager to learn this. Alright, so he hands you the copper wire. Who are you going to try communicate with?
Let's go Magnus again.
Magnus again. Alright, roll your D100. 18, no. Magnus, you get that tickling in your ear again as you just start hitting the first day of your forge training.
How big are the bugs around here?
They shouldn't be no bigger than your thumb.
That's still pretty damn big.
Your race.
This is adorable. So, the first day, Sexton, sadly a fail. Alright, so the first one's fail there. Hello, Shadow, welcome. Alright, first challenge fail. Sexton, go again. Next day, what are you going to do?
I'll learn.
You're going to learn, so make a history check for me this time. By the way, is the music too loud, by the way? Am I still coming in clear?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I mean, if you mean on stream, I don't know yet.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, 19. You look and you realize the mechanics of where you might have gone wrong with the spell. You actually realize from looking at history that a couple of other magicians have learned this in their time, and you notice that wizards don't normally fit into this group, so that might be where you'll learn. But you realize that this is the opportunity to try prove that wrong. Who are you going to try speak to this time?
Trilly.
Trilly, okay. I'll tell you what, before you roll this, what message are you going to try send her? I realize I didn't do that with the first one, sorry.
Just to mix it up a bit. Just something like, you are doing well.
Oh, okay. A motivational speak. All right.
Yeah.
Roll your D100.
Who's your contact?
Trilly.
Oh.
15. No. Trilly, as you're speaking with Sparks for the first day, you actually realize as you're speaking that this has actually messed up one of your days of training because you just hear this noise backing in your back of the head again. All right.
Damn it.
So now
So that's the reason I only got to teach him one word.
that might be why. All right. So sadly, a fail there for the second day. Third day. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. Third day of the training. What are you doing?
What was it? Watch or learn?
You can either watch Thomas perform it, or you can do learning, or you can learn the magic behind it.
I'll do more learning the magic behind it.
All right. So that is the that's the history, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll the history.
I know.
15. You struggle a little bit with how things have gone. It's not quite the same success as you had before, but you do sense something about it. You do sort of tear your hair a little bit, and it's sort of getting a little bit to you because of how this is going. Roll your D100 again. Oh wait, who are you contacting? Sorry.
Magnus.
Magnus again. All right. What are you passing on to him?
Just like a quick, you smell bad.
All right, roll the D100. What do you? By the way, Shadow, what do you do as dungeon? 79. Right. Let me check my notes. Magnus, as you're working at the forge, as you bang the hammer for the first time, you then hear.
This is day 3. It wouldn't be on my second one by now.
Yeah, it would be your second one. Yeah. Yeah. So, will you do a Duel Links? Sadly not. I normally do Sundays and Mondays, Shadow. But Magnus, as you.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Heidi's here.
Hi, Heidi.
And you sneeze right
Boy.
Don't worry. I saw the Discord group expand, so I did see it.
Okay, good. At least it was my turn to
kill
speak.
him when I see him.
Oh, dear. Well, we get to.
Hi guys.
Hi, Heidi. All right, but anyway, Magnus, as you just finished on your forge, as you just take a break, you then hear a voice ring out to you.
Myth?
Yeah, you smell bad.
Only one person I know who would say that behind my back. Well, actually, 3. But only one of them has the guts.
Yeah. Well, Magnus, you actually don't actually. Magnus, because
I'm rolling a perception check on this one.
yeah, go for it. Roll perception. See if you can determine the voice.
See, is it a +0 still, or is it a +1 now? +0.
Yeah. Do you check your thing? Yeah. Do +0 for now. 19. All right. To answer Shadow, by the way, it's 1 day D&D, 1 day Duel Links, and the rest of the week I'm relaxing. All right. So Magnus, as you're pondering, you're like, where the hell did that voice come from? But you were like, I don't recall seeing. Wait.
I know exactly who did this.
At this point, Magnus, you actually hear something else faintly in the background as you perform the spell. There is actually one thing I forgot to mention about, well, is that,
Isn't it two-way communication?
it actually works both ways. Magnus has one chance to reply, and after that, he can't reply back until Secton casts the spell again.
Oh, what do I have to roll for this?
Well, actually, no, you don't have to. You get the chance to speak. Let me just read the context of sending, just so you can hear it for yourself. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature in which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender because you were training, that's why I had you roll if you could determine it, and can answer in a like manner immediately back. The spell enables creatures who have an intelligence of 1 or higher, which means as long as you can think, to understand the message and send it back. You can send the message across any distance to either other planes of existence.
About that,
Hmm.
Magnus has a -1.
Oh no, it's as long as your intelligence is 1 or higher, not your modifier.
Oh.
So in other words,
Okay.
as long as your base intelligence is not lower than 1. In other words, if it's
Okay.
0, you can't breathe.
Okay, good.
So yeah, you get a chance
So
to
you
reply.
just listen to them.
Basically, yeah. So yeah, Magnus, you get a chance to reply. Just remember, you have 25
three.
words if you want to send anything more than that.
25 words total. I only need 3 of them.
What's that?
Fuck you, Secton.
Secton, as you are in your mind and you think, did he get that one? You then hear, clear in your mind, fuck you, Secton.
I just laugh.
Thomas just sort of gives you that look and goes, what's wrong?
No, nothing. Magnus just told me a joke.
Wait, he told you a... Then that means the spell was a success! Secton, I would like to announce you have passed your challenge!
Whoa!
Yeah, do you know what you needed on your D100?
What?
76.
Oh god.
Wait, you barely failed it the first time?
No, what happened every time was whatever number he rolled on the check, I minus that from the number I had on each day for the challenge because he actually took the research up.
Okay.
So because he got the 15 there, I knocked it off the total he needed, which was technically 91. Which knocked that down, yeah, to 76. So yeah, he did it.
Sweet.
So, at this point, Thomas sort of claps and goes, "That's really impressive. Well done, young sir."
Thank you.
Well, in that case, I presume a little reward can do the job. At this point, he actually dips back into the bag of the copper wires, and he hands you a couple of them, actually. He hands you about 10. And he smiles and just goes, "In that case, use these to your liking, but just be wary, though. There is a limit to how it can go. And the best part is, it doesn't break when you use it.
Oh.
But I just gave you a couple of extras, just in case you do end up losing some."
Thank you.
My pleasure. Now, anything else I can do for you, or do you want to take it easy?
I'll take it easy.
Very well. Well, my guards will escort you out, and you may enjoy the rest of your time, hopefully when your friends arrive.
Thank you.
Alright, so at this point, he sort of gets back to his study, he gives you a wave, and at that point, the guards escort you out. So you technically have 2 days left. So is there anything you want to do for those 2 days, or are you just going to relax?
I'll relax.
Okay, fair enough. So, you take it easy, you make your way back to the inn, and you just relax as you do. So, everyone, at this point, coming from the western entrance down the slightly worn path, the people who are in Jing suddenly hear this ding 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 as the sound of a bell goes off. And it's there that one of the guards comes up from the west and actually goes, "People approaching from the western gate!" And at this point, Thomas comes out, and as he walks up, he does actually, give me a second, he's actually going to make a perception check. Okay. At this point, Zelion, Mugbeard, and Tripshield, as you are approaching the western gate, you just see in the distance the sight of what looks like a regal-looking figure. He stands there looking kind of concerned at you guys coming up in this other cart, And at this point, he turns to the guards and he sees them sort of preparing sort of spears just in case as you're coming up. So the three of you start approaching. Do you still continue to approach?
Right, so we're down here, right?
Yeah,
We're
right.
down...
Yeah, right now, Zelion, Mugbeard, and Trip, you guys are coming in the cart from this direction over here.
And then the
Where's
guards
my
are
icon?
like,
Oh, god damn it! I swear I put you here the other. I will work on this.
It's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now experiencing more technical difficulties. Please hold.
never mind, we're good, we're
I'm
good.
an icon!
Brownie Brownie will not get the chance to Uka even once. But you roll 20, have failed me twice. 10 points to anyone who knows what I'm referencing.
That's Crash Bandicoot 3, is it? A warp in time or something like that?
Yeah, it's Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Okay, hold on. Where are... Okay, so
Yeah,
are we on the bridge, or are
you
we
guys
just
are just approaching the bridge.
Okay.
So at this point, the guards stop you as you're approaching, and they go, "Halt!"
I tug on the reins, causing Anastasia to stop.
Yep. Okay. It slows down, and at this point, the guard looks at you and goes, "State your purpose. What brings you to our town?"
I tip my hat to the guards. Wait, my name is Zelion. I'm a bard by trade. I then gesture to my companions. These are my friends, Bugbeard and Tripfield.
I'm an alcoholic by trade.
Well,
Trip just
thank you
looks,
for-
just sits up straight and looks over. Isn't this the town we need to be?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. Is this this is? I turn to the guards. This is Jing, right?
The guard at the front just nods and just goes, Wait, did you just say Zelion, Mugbeard, and, the friend we didn't get a name? You must be the other members!
Yes, we are. Our companions are in this town.
Oh, glories! He turns to the other guard on the other side of the bridge and then goes, Tell the rest of them that they've arrived. Quick, we'll meet them up in the market square. And the guard rushes off, and you hear the as he runs off in his armor, heading off towards the center of town in sort of this direction. He looks at them and goes,
Was that the only guard who was there?
I think
There were two guards.
Two guards.
One was talking to you. One was behind him on the other side of the bridge. Essentially, think what happened when you guys arrived at Helix. Only instead of 3 guards, there were 2.
Oh, so there's still one guard.
Yes.
Okay.
I just trying to blink. So are we allowed? Are we allowed to pass through?
But of course. Please, your comrades will be with you shortly. Please, just make your way to the center.
Okay, alright.
Sure.
Oh,
Thank you.
Mugbeard just jumps off the cart and runs ahead, almost like the little kid. Almost like the little kid who's just arrived at the grandma's house.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna abandon the cart. Well, I'm not gonna abandon the cart out here. I kind of.
Trip
I
just
kinda-
gets off and just walks aside the cart, just escorting it.
Blackness!
Oh, all right.
Blackness!
At this point, Mugbeard, you arrive in the center of the town. You actually see that you've just caught up to the guard who rushed ahead. He turns around and goes, "Whoa, bloody hell! You move fast!"
Yeah. Magnus!
Magnus, make a perception check for me, please. Hopefully Magnus is still there.
What?
What? Wow, apparently Chopper's perception is so low.
You roll. Gonna go on.
Now?
Roll a perception check, Chopper.
You clod.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing player difficulties.
5.
Magnus, yeah, during all the time that you've heard these voices, these little buzzings around you, you suddenly don't really hear much else. You think you can hear the sound of somebody calling out, but you can't exactly tell exactly.
Must be Sexton in my head again.
Yeah, you can't really tell that. At this point, the other guard rushes forward, and then as he calls out, you then hear the sight of halfling feet coming from the direction of the farm.
Brownie.
Yes.
Hear the sight. Do you English, my good sir? You're from where now?
I am the. Hello. I hear the eyesight. I'm sorry. I is derp.
Tongue got caught around your eye teeth and you couldn't see what you were saying.
Yep. Sorry. I'll speak with my ears next time.
Okay, are we gonna smell the touch?
Yeah, you smell. Yeah, you smell the cobblestone beneath your feet. All right, yeah. So at this point, Trilly, as you come round the corner with Sparks just behind you, you turn and you see the sight of your beloved friends, the monk and the bard, who you started your adventure with.
Actually, hey.
We'll get to that.
Alien! Monkey!
Oh!
Hey,
Where's
Trilly!
Magnus?
I hop on to bring it to a stop.
Oh, you stop the car, and there, Trilly, as you rush over, you then look past the sight of Zelion, and you just see this giant furbog standing right by the side of the cart.
Zillion! Muggy! Whoa!
Trilly, this is Trip Shield. I point to Trip Shield.
Trip Shield. No, Trip is just looking at the city, then looks around and is like, oh, and then looks down like to Trilly. Oh, hello there.
Hi?
At this point, I'll say the guard has gone to collect each person in tow. The first person that he brings back is Sexton, who is resting up at the inn at this point. So Sexton, you actually come from behind, and the first thing you see as you come out of the door is the back of the furbog.
Can I make a perception check?
Go for it. Go for it.
You would see the cape.
Fair enough. Natural 20!
Dang!
You lucky bastard.
So Sexton, as you come out, you do see, you are a bit taken back by the sight of the furbog, but instead of being spooked and like, oh my god, you're like, oh, and you just like, calm, and you look around and you see the sight of Zelion and Mugbeard right by the sides.
Hello.
What is the physical description of a Trip Shield?
Yeah, I forgot.
At the notes.
Yeah, so Trip, you turn. Yeah, so Trip, you turn around and there you see Sexton. So, describe for everyone exactly what they see again.
A moment, I'm grabbing the notes. The notes aren't there. What the hell?
What?
My peers' notes aren't there anymore. What the hell?
What?
A peers' notes empty. What?
What?
But where are you looking in?
In my stuff?
Okay.
You're looking in the description area?
Yeah, this is appearance, and appearance notes are empty. Doesn't matter, I have characteristics.
Okay. I tell you what, if you want to carry on, if you want to describe that, I'm gonna have a quick look and see if I can find them on my files.
I have the appearance in other notes as well.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Thank God I had a backup. You see a giant female furbog with tan skin. She has golden hair, I think blonde golden hair, and well, her cape is made of golden aspen leaves of all things. She's wearing some simple chainmail and carries a shield and a hammer. And if you look closely, you can also see that she's carrying a mace, but it hasn't been used for combat yet.
Hello. What?
It's clear that she's a cleric, by the way.
What's your name?
Oh, hello there, sir. It's Trip Shield.
Are you are you going to be one of our new companions? I'm sorry. I'm Sexton. I'm also new to a little group of ours.
Oh, I see. So you're with Zelion and Muckbeard, I believe?
Yes.
Well, then I'll be traveling along with you as well. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Wizard, Secton.
Okay, I am now dead.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing character death in our call. The DM is not in charge of this. All right, at this point, the guard then comes back. The next person that they bring back is Magnus. Magnus, you make your way back, and as you basically are coming out of the forge after your newly acquired weapons, you arrive back, and still sweating from the heat of the forge, you look up, and there, the first sight you see is Mugbeard.
Oh God! When did you get here?
I just got here. And I've got
Figured
good
that.
news.
Oh, I see. You got my message.
What message? I don't know.
Okay.
Important stuff.
Ooh, we got a Nickizilla in the chat.
Hello, Nick. Good
Hey,
to
Nick.
see you.
Oh.
Oh,
Did Thomas relay the message about the keg?
I don't know.
Uh,
But basically,
Muckbeard?
I've got this new thing.
Oh,
And I show him the alchemy jug.
okay. At
is
this,
weird.
yeah, at the,
Sorry, I didn't hear most of that because my Discord's fucking up. What happened? What did he say?
he pulled out the alchemy jug. In fact,
Oh.
Magnus,
Weird.
Magnus, make a make a
Perception.
make an investigation.
Investigative.
Yeah, make this investigation.
Arcana?
I guess it could be Arcana.
Want to flip a coin and see which one?
I'll tell you what. You choose. I'll let you choose. In this
Well,
scenario.
they're both negatives.
Okay, so just roll.
Negative.
Just roll with a
That's
negative.
the investigation.
Okay.
8.
18? That's still good, though. Looking up Magnus, despite the fact that you have never seen one, never had magical expertise, you do recognize by the shape of this from an old ledger that you got from someone before, this is an alchemy jug.
Where in the hell did you find one of those? Please tell me one of those has liquor in it.
It does!
You're my new best friend.
I know!
Oh, God. I think
And I
like,
walk off with Magnus into the tavern. To get drunk.
Agreed.
So the two just the tavern's right behind Secton. So you two just pass by Secton, just elegantly
I'm giving Secton an intimidating look. Can I just roll for intimidation on Secton?
what, just to move out of the way?
No, just to. I know what you did.
Go ahead, roll an intimidation.
That's a +3, by the way.
Okay.
Well, let's see what he
Oh, what?
gets.
I forgot to put the space.
Yeah. 21. Secton, you in this happy moment, you're sort of like, oh, a new friend, this will be great. And it's then you feel a shiver down your spine as you look to your left, and there you see Magnus giving you the equivalent of an anime I'm going to kill you face.
Like the stink eye.
Yeah, the stink eye.
I slowly raise my right hand in a fist, and then slowly extend my middle finger.
So just goes like, looks at this to you, goes like,
God damn it.
is he an enemy?
no, he's not.
Hi, Zelion! Mugbeard and I are getting drunk!
Okay, we're talking later.
Agreed! Make it when I'm sober, though. 'cause
I just realized.
Hey.
I just realized Secton is a magic user, and he gave someone the bird. I didn't realize we had a druid.
I get it.
Glad somebody did. All right. So at this point, the guard then goes over to the captain's quarters, and he then brings the final two members back of Ursula and Topaz, coming back to the center, and the first thing you see is Zelion standing right there.
Oh my God, Zelion?
that you?
Yeah, I nod and just wave at the two. Hey, girls.
I run up and give Zelion a big hug.
Aw.
Don't you ever abandon us like that again, you stupid half.
I'm kind of at a loss for words as Ursula hugs me, but I just kind of return the gesture, just kind of saying, all right.
From inside the tavern, you hear Magnus say, "That's what I was gonna say."
Cool.
Somebody kill that dumb bird!
Already tried to. Remember last time?
Why is it now? Just
I
imagine.
realize what I'm doing, and I'm like,
Well, that worked.
Zelion,
Oh,
What the
pretty
bird?
good.
it was too sudden.
It's fine. It's fine. I just kind of awkwardly look away, trying to hide a blush. As Ursula pulls away.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. I kinda...
No-
for the hell of it. I really missed you, okay?
Hey,
It was so hard keeping the group in check with you not around. I just...
I'm sorry. I won't let that happen again. I promise.
I'ma hold you to that.
At this point, Ursula, Topaz, you look to the left just behind Zelion, and there you watch as Trip hears the voices of these girls. She turns around, and there you see the sight of the giant Furborg, who is standing over Zelion, who probably is, because of the position of you two, you can officially just see the shoulders and the head above Zelion.
Who's the new friend?
Oh, right. All right. Ursula, Topaz, Trip Shield, Ursula, and Topaz.
Oh, hello there, you two. I'm Tripshield. How are you doing?
Hi there. I'm Topaz. It's nice to meet you.
My face just kind of goes pale as I look up at the huge Furbog standing before me.
At least unless...
Are you sure she's a cleric?
At least I'm not squeamish and I walk up the Trip Shield and shake her hand.
Okay.
Tripshield kneels down a little and extends her hand out.
In the equivalent, Topaz, compared to your claw, you look at the giant Furborg's hand and you realize that your paw just gently fits into the palm of this giant creature.
As I'm shaking Trip Shield's hand, I give a gentle smile.
Okay. Tripshield just responds with the same gentle smile. But she's clearly a bit nervous to meeting everyone.
At this point, to Mugbeard, Mugbeard's in the tavern, sorry, to Zelion and to Trip, the mayor comes out, and this is the first time that you meet Thomas Highlander. He looks over the two of you and goes, "Ah, so you must be the two comrades who are part of this merry group."
Yep, that would be us. Our third one is in the tavern with Magnus, though.
At this point, the door is just closing, and then you just hear the sound of a broken glass. And at this point, Thomas goes, "Oh dear."
Yeah, they're, yeah.
Well, I suppose it's not to blame. Sorry, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Thomas Highlander. I am the fair, I guess you could call me a mayor of this fine little quaint area.
I tip my hat to him. Zelion, nice to meet you.
Trip turns to Thomas and does a gentle bow. However, there might be a chance that something might go wrong.
Oh, make a dexterity check. Oh God, I forgot about this for a brief moment.
That's why I remind it.
Thank you. Oh no, 3! Trip, as you bow your head, in the effort of realizing where you were, you bow your head, and Dunk! You bang your head on the side of the cart, and you just sort of stumble in place a little bit. And as you sort of stumble backwards, Secton, you watch as the giant furbolg nearly falls on top of you. I need you, Secton, to make a dexterity check of your own. Oh dear.
Uh-oh, I hope I don't fail it.
Let's hope you don't.
That'd be so bad.
Then you get easily healed by her.
Con, I have a question. How much does Trip Shield weigh?
She's a heavy one.
Help me out here.
17. At this point, Secton, you realize the situation and you're like, nope! And she weighs 264 pounds.
Oh my god.
So,
It's only 24 feet tall.
yeah. So at this point, Secton, you just watch the giant furbolg fall back, and in the equivalent of what looks like Looney Tunes, you're like, uh-oh. And you just dodge out of the way. Just as Trip Shield stumbles back and just falls on her back onto the floor.
Hey.
Ugh, that's gotta smart.
Yeah.
She's called.
I walk over the Trip Shield to check on her and see if she's all right.
Yeah, she's called Trip Shield for a reason.
I'll take into
My
consideration.
hands as I say this.
As I walk past Zelion, I look at him and say, "I'll take that into consideration. Thank you for that, Zelion."
You're welcome.
They had it coming. Alright. So at this point, as you guys are just sort of around Trip and such, you see Thomas just sort of... I apologize on this happy reunion, but, I suppose a proper moment to declare. Welcome to Jing. It is nice to meet you all, and, I was told there was a third one with you.
Yeah, he's in the tavern getting drunk.
Yeah, I told them already.
Yeah, of course. He sort of walks over and calls in and goes, "Hello?"
Hello.
He looks and sees Magnus there, who, the equivalent, Mugbeard is just pouring out of this alchemy jug into this cup. The bartender is just looking like,
I'll be ordering food from you soon.
Yeah, and he looks over at you, Mugbeard, and goes, "You must be the third one."
Jingle bells, jingle.
When was this Christmas?
God damn it, I wish I had that theme ready!
All right, no need. I've got something better. And I was ready for this one. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
Drunk as You Like! It is a song called Drunk as You Like. I'm not joking.
I see. Mugbeard's already beaten me to the drunken punch.
Alright, no problem. At this point, he looks and goes,
Yeah.
You are,
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Why? And why? Look at the Discord chat.
What have you put? It's second now. Oh my god. Okay. Serious now.
I am dead. I'm dead now.
Okay.
Shugo!
Anyway,
If Shugo's watching, Shugo revive somebody.
Anyway, at this point, Thomas just goes, "I think I'll just leave you two alone."
Yeah,
And he just walks out and closes the door.
Whoa.
you have made a wise decision. Shoulder. You have made a wise decision, sir.
Whoa.
He sort of hears the whoa and just opens the door. Yes?
Do you want a drink?
I suppose one drink wouldn't hurt. I suppose it is a happy occasion. I guess one wouldn't hurt, would it?
It's not just be one.
Barkeep, I'll have your biggest mug. For
Thomas,
this.
if you value your life, you
gentleman.
will not do that drink.
He sort of takes the cup and just looks and goes, "Oh, this is big."
Mugbeard, your strongest drink, sir.
I opened it for beer, so beer it's gonna be.
I thought you had liquor in that thing.
Yeah, Mugbeard, could you make an Arcana check for me, please?
Oh boy.
Yes.
So make one for me, please. 15. You do, as you're sort of just talking about this, as you pick up the alchemy jug to go to fill it, you do sense that the jug is actually nearly empty for the day. It's probably got only about 2 glasses left in it.
Oh. Might as well fill it up.
Alright. So you're filling up his glass?
Yes.
Okay.
Because a drunk friend is a good friend indeed.
Alright. You pour the glass, and as you do so, you end up filling it up with about maybe the equivalent of half a glass left in the jug.
There you go. One drink.
Thank you. Cheers. He just sort of grabs it and just with a gentle gulp, he just begins to drink it slowly, just nervously, like, what have I got myself into?
Oh dear.
I can...
He sort of does that, and for a while, the folks come together after noticing this reunion, and all of you begin to sort of relax. You begin to take things easy for the night. You relax, you enjoy yourself, you get food, you mingle with the guards and the members of the town. Sparks is still patrolling outside on the farm, by the way, at this point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
let's see.
Where's Anastasia, by the way? My horse.
Anastasia's still with the cart.
I detached her from it.
Oh, you attached her, but she's still there. You didn't really send her anywhere else.
Right.
Alright, well, I'll say for the sake of levity and time, all of you managed to get through the night. The accommodations are paid for by Thomas as a kind gesture.
I'm surprised nobody asked about Anastasia, by the way.
They might do that. I think the situation according that will do different there. But I'll say for this, you all get a long rest. If you haven't already got yourself full hit points and things, just do a long rest, get yourself back up to normal.
Alright.
And at this point, the morning arrives, you get yourself accustomed,
Nothing changes for me.
and as you all sort of wake up and make your way down the stairs, as each of you make your way down after you have actually filled up the whole tavern with your large crew, you all manage to make your way downstairs, and you're greeted in the central area by a guard. It's actually the same guard who greeted you when you first came into the town. So you're all downstairs at this point. Just to let you know, you're all downstairs. You all come together. The guard looks at you and goes, "Ah, you're all awake. Good morning."
Morning.
Good morning to you too.
Morning.
Oh, hello. If you don't mind, I'm gonna head to the river real quick.
Sure. Could you just let me just say something first before you make your move, if you don't mind?
Oh, okay.
Master Thomas has requested to meet you all inside the market square in approximately an hour's time. He wishes to discuss something with you, if you do not mind.
Alright. Sounds good.
So just either meet in the market square or meet outside his establishment in the hour. Here, I just leave you to your devices, and a good day.
Good day to you too,
All right.
sir.
And he just walks out the tavern at this point, leaving all of you to your devices. So, Trip, you said you wanted to head to the river.
Yeah, she's gonna clean her face a bit and clean her cape.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's easy to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I don't think Topaz would mind a wash up herself, so Topaz is gonna follow Trip.
Okay, fair enough then. What about the rest of you? What are you all doing?
I'm
I
still
wasn't
in my
aware.
room. I haven't come out to hear the announcement.
I wasn't where I went to sleep last night. I thought Mugbeer and I were drinking through the night.
I'll say eventually you just decided it might be best to relax and get your strength up because of just what's been going on.
I kind of go outside to check up on Anastasia, see how she's accustoming to the town.
She's sort of still there. She's sort of trotting a little bit around, getting used to this. She sort of sees you and walks up to you at this point, nuzzling her head just gently against you.
Hey, Anastasia. Did you get comfortable last night? I'm sorry I couldn't find a stable for you. I just had her level.
I can't do horses. Thank you.
You're doing the
Hey, at least you're trying.
Okay. For clarification for everybody else, if anybody sees me talking to Anastasia, I'm communicating with her in Elvish.
Okay, that's fair enough. We'll keep that in mind.
All right.
So, oh, sorry, Karen.
Big day, Anastasia. Yeah, me too. Just give her a gentle pat and then just kind of look back at the tavern.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, Heidi. So, Heidi's still in the room at this point. What is it?
Ursula. Not
Yeah,
Heidi.
sorry. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was just saying. Okay, Heidi, just for the sake I understood a question.
Sorry.
A remark. Sorry. It's okay. What exactly are you doing, by the way, Ursula? Are you just sleeping, or are you just taking, or what are you exactly doing?
No, not sleeping. I just woke up from a nightmare, and I'm just kind of contemplating its meaning. Staring out the window at nothing.
Okay. That's fair enough. Secton, what are you doing?
I don't know, just going outside and wandering around the market square.
Okay. I'll say at the levity of all this, Magnus and Mugbeard both make their way out of the tavern just after, I'd say just after Ursula has just managed to make her way out, and the two of you are just you two are literally looking like sort of the equivalent of best friends at this point. You've actually got sort of the hand around each other, and you just sort of got this weird smile on your faces, like you were content with last night.
That's because they got hammered.
Basically, yes. So, at this point, Ursula and the others you guys make your way outside. Trip, Topaz, the two of you have your wash, and just as the deadline approaches, you all make your way back. And there, in the town square, a little later past the hour, looking a little bit worse for wear, is Thomas.
Oh,
He's
no.
sort of rubbing his eyes a little bit and goes, ugh.
I'm pointing at some people over here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Sparks is just going to stay over here for the minute because it's that big of an area. He's just quite content.
I said Zelion hasn't even talked to Sparks yet, but he will later.
Okay, fair enough. At this point, Thomas just sort of comes up, he's rubbing his eyes, and is just like, oh, good morning, everybody.
Hangover?
Good morning to you.
Excuse me, sorry. Didn't get much sleep last night. I say, all of you know how to have a good time.
Need another beer?
Especially these two. I point towards Mugbeard and Magnus, who are acting like best buddies because they're still hammered from last night.
I'd say
Damn right.
I'd say you're just recovering at this point, but you're at least aware on what you guys did.
I got this feeling that needed some emotional healing.
I still think I won that last night.
Trip just looks at the two with a very very concerned and confused look.
I just shake my head at the two.
Wait, Magnus is
Ground
just
my
noticing the
breath
fur
and
ball.
Just ignore them.
Oh yeah, at this point, yeah, I forgot. Magnus, at this point, after being gone through the night, you now look up and now you see someone who's actually taller than you.
Much taller.
Yeah.
Am I still drunk, or is there someone towering above me?
Both.
God damn it!
Best answer, Raven. Best
That was probably
answer.
the best answer. You could
Make a
give.
perception check.
Yeah, hey, who done? Yeah, I was gonna say make one anyway.
Yeah, I'm rolling a perception check.
Actually, I'll tell you what, make it insight. Make it insight.
Insight, I believe, is -1 still.
Okay, fair enough. Make it
Oh,
insight.
no, it's a +1.
Oh, go ahead.
13.
You sense there's some moderate truth to Mugbeard's words, and and you can't tell. You can tell that Mugbeard is slightly lying about one of those two statements. You just can't tell which one it is.
I need hair of the dog.
The
Got
guy.
anything left in that jug of yours?
Huh?
To answer the question about the alchemy jug, just for clarity, whether this is going to. Let me just double check the alchemy jug.
I know what it can produce.
Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's what it produces. So at this point, I'll say at this point, when Mugbeard shakes it, the jug is full again. The jug resets every dawn.
Yep.
Just for the record.
Okay.
To my joy. Alright, so at this point, Thomas just sort of looks over all of you, and we're truly shaking the hand very, very... oh yeah, truly gives a friendly wave, by the way, to the Furborg.
Oh.
In a very... Sorry, I was going to say, in a very nervous tone.
Kind of see it.
Oh.
Of course, the Furborg does not notice because he is too busy looking at the half-orc and dwarf being rather concerned. He's an airhead.
Okay. At this point, sort of Thomas just looks and goes, well, it's good to see all of you together. Well, I suppose I would probably say, I hope all of you have enjoyed your time here in Jing, and it's so good to see all of you together again.
Yeah, glad to be back together again. It's been easy.
Cool. Soul's the DM. Cool.
Thank you, Meta Pigeon. You be right.
Oh gosh.
What'd that freaking bird say this time?
It just said, cool, cool. So is the DM. Cool.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
The birds around here, ain't there?
Cool, not wrong. Cool.
Well, okay.
It flies
yeah, okay,
off.
anyway,
Nope.
back to the main story, please.
All right. So Thomas just sort of gives a cough and just goes, well, so Zelion, Mugbeard, and Trip, from what your comrades have mentioned, these were all on their way to Noir, is that correct?
Yeah, that would be right.
I believe I haven't asked this question. Why so?
I turn to the other members of the group. It's quite the story.
I'm all ears if any of you wish to tell me.
I just look uncomfortably away and at the ground.
I'll go ahead and say my bit. I then kind of give Thomas a bit of a rundown of what happened from our trip to Helix to the aftermath of what happened. I'm just only giving my side of the thing. So if everybody else wants to tell their side, they're free to do so.
Magnus is trying to get hair of the dog.
No, fair enough. Magnus is just not caring at this point. Okay.
And nobody's gonna mention diction, anyone?
Okay, I'm saying I'm giving him a rundown of what happened.
Well, don't forget that our group also saw diction when we got kicked out of Helix. So who's
What
gonna...
do you think? What do you think giving a rundown means?
Well, they wouldn't know about it. That's the thing.
All right.
Well, technically, Mugbeard would know about this because Mugbeard was there when they found Diction and then warped to Zelion.
Oh. Okay. Well, I just gave my interpretation, and once I'm finished, I just kind of wait to see if anybody else will tell theirs.
Okay, I'm going to give Thomas the run. I'm going to continue the rundown where Zillion left off.
All right. I'll say between the two of you, you managed to tell the good details about what happened to Helix. The question I have to ask is, do any of you two mention about the gems?
I'm gonna be a bit vague about that because I don't know how much Thomas really knows about the situation.
Well, didn't I tell Thomas to mention about the gems to Celion at one point?
Look through my notes.
I believe I...
Yeah. You brought up there was a situation involving the gems, but he doesn't know exactly why the gems are important.
Okay.
That's the rundown you got of that. But based on what Zelion and Topaz are going through, if they're giving the rundown, based on that with their, I would say you have a chance if you want to lie about the gems or what they exactly are. You can do, or you can tell them the truth if you wish.
Well, I'm not exactly gonna lie, but I'm gonna vague about certain details because I'm not sure how much Thomas knows about this whole situation.
Yeah. Okay.
I am just going to let Zelion. I'm going to let Zelion do that himself.
All right.
I'm just going to stand back and keep my mouth shut about the gems.
That's fair enough. He sort of looks over all of you at this point. So, let me get this entirely straight from the situation. You all sort of came together to Helix to acquire that shard that is round the neck, and you then had an encounter with this Diction fellow. He tried to take this stone for some reason that you're not quite telling me, and that resulted in you all being separated.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Yes, that would be correct.
Well, you all don't look like bad people, and concerning that Zelion, while Zelion, Mugbeard, and Trip, while the three of you were making your way over here, these fine folks got rid of a nasty hill giant who's been plaguing us, so I know for a fact that you all aren't bad people, so I guess I can believe you.
When the word hill giant was mentioned, Trip looks a bit nauseated.
Trip, are you alright?
Let's hope the giant was, giant Dwarvok.
I kind of give Trip a pat on the arm. A comforting gesture.
Well,
I look over at Trip Shield and I go, believe me when I say this giant was not friendly. In the slightest.
Okay.
Yeah,
I believe you.
Yeah. Well, we had to deal with giant scythe monsters in Hope Key.
Wait, in Hope Key?
Yeah.
Looks at Zelion.
yeah, at this point, the group of Magnus and the others, you all alert when you hear that this battle happened in Hope Key.
My ears perk up.
Yeah, Diction actually kind of keyed not too long ago.
Mother bitch!
He disappeared and sent sickle-handed monsters after us.
Should Magnus be informed?
Nearly killed me too.
I have to ask, should Magnus be informed that Diction was a hope key?
Well, technically all of you are sort of... Well, actually, Magnus has just come back after managing to fire a bottle of the hair of the dog, so he just missed the name. But Magnus, as you arrive back, you see half of the group in shock.
I kind of make a gesture to both Topaz and Ursula. To everybody in the group to not tell Magnus what I just said.
Sorry, whoever's who's typing away, by the way?
That was me.
Ah.
I was doing something like that, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, if I try to push the talk, it doesn't work.
No, that's okay, as long as I know, that's fine. Sorry, I just had to bring it up.
I just realized my mic is muted.
No. So yeah...
I just said, don't tell Magnus what now?
Hey, I just stay silent.
I'm gonna
Magnus...
roll a perception check.
Insight. Do insight.
If this rolls... What do I need to get it? If it's higher?
If you roll 14 or higher, I'll allow you to predict... I'll let you notice that Zelion is hiding something. You get 20 or higher, you can tell the whole group is.
Ooh!
You can tell Zelion is trying to keep something hesitantly quiet.
I'm rolling intimidation.
No. You got insight, so you can tell. So you can just tell it.
What are you hiding from me?
Should I just
I
go
stand
in?
in between him and Zelion.
I'm not
hiding.
before...
All we
Ursula?
found out is that there was a battle in Hope Key. All right.
With
There's
who?
no need to get violent.
I'm not getting violent. I'm asking a simple question that the rest of the group clearly had already heard.
I give Magnus a we'll talk later look.
I give him, if you want the shard, you'll tell me now, look.
Okay, I give him a not right now look.
I'll ask you both to make a persuasion check.
Oh, please let it be high.
Both be persuasion.
Both be persuasion.
Also, we're at 11 viewers. Hello, everybody.
12.
Hello.
Crap, which means you got me.
12, 17. So, Magnus, you think you have the upper edge, but Zelion gives you the, maybe this isn't the place.
Fine.
Alright. I nod and then turn back to Thomas.
Oh, and for some reason, Mugbeard is on the floor again.
Typical.
Still drunk.
Raven?
He's always drunk. What'd you expect?
What?
Maybe.
I think I know what's gonna happen when Magnus finds out about what happened in Hope Key. He's gonna holler SOB really loud enough for the entire area to hear it.
Probably yes.
It's alright, it's alright. So at this point, Thomas goes, well, I can understand the situation, but I suppose that's why you're all the Hope Finders, right?
Finders? I raise my eyebrow.
Yeah, we decided on a name.
Okay. That's an interesting name for a group.
I was also thinking of Hope Keepers, but
Hub Finders, you said?
Hope Finders.
Hub Finders, gotcha.
Yeah, all one word for the record.
I was thinking Hope Keepers would suit us better, but if Hope Finders is what you want us to be called, then I'm not going to complain.
I like it.
I was waiting for that one. Yeah, I wait for the at this point.
No, that's the mini group between me and Mugbeard.
At this point, there's actually a sound coming from the southern exit, or rather, a sight. The sight is of a guard in armor, but here's the weird thing. it's not a solar guard, and it's not a guard familiar to Jing. As the figure looks up, I will allow Topaz and Trilly, who are the closest, make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Not a sun guard or a moon guard. No, not this one, and no, not a vanguard either.
Very funny.
I thought it was funny.
I liked it.
Thank you.
Okay,
What about the
I'm
Nair to the knee guard?
Okay, I'm done. I'm out.
Alright. Oh. Trilly's a 13. Oh, no, revive! Topaz, you gonna roll perception, or is it just gonna be Trilly?
Oh, not dead.
I'm rolling perception.
Oh, okay. 8. Ooh.
Okay, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, okay. Topaz,
End me
you...
now.
Thank you. Trilly, you look over, and you see the guard just coming in just briefly, and you are the first to catch the attention as the guard just collapses onto the ground.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Well, Trilly's the one who notices this, by the way. Trilly just notices this at the minute.
Oh.
I think someone should help him.
At this point, Thomas looks up.
Oh, what's
Help!
going on?
Sorry, Trilly. At this point, all of you now look in the direction, and there you see the side of the guard flat on the ground.
Oh boy.
I approached the guard and checked to see if he's still breathing.
I'm talking to Thomas. Thomas, you still got that health stuff we agreed on?
Yes, I think there's a couple of supplies. You two, go get searched! And he calls out to the guards who are just on the outskirts. They rush past the guard and they look him over, and then they rush ahead back to his manor. At this point, who said they approached the fallen guard?
Well, I was going to say that Trip was going to join.
All right, Trip, Zelion, make a medicine check.
Oh, okay. 20 plus...
Medicine check. Where's my medicine?
Medicine plus...
Oh,
2.
that's a good bonus.
16 for Zelion. Oh, 15! Hey, you both got close, though. Yeah, Trip has +6 in medicine.
Oh,
Yep.
right, because she's a cleric.
Yeah, clerics is what they have. At this point, the two of you look over, and as you both look on separate sides, you see that the guard has completely bled out. As you turn him over, you see the front of his chest has been carved almost open.
Oh, shoot.
And you also notice, by the way, in his pocket, because I'll say you're checking him over and you notice a small dagger dripping with blood.
Like in the chest?
It's in his pocket, and you see that, and you actually, as you see the dagger, you can actually see that his pocket is dripped as dried blood, but the blade itself is still dripping.
What? What the heck happened to this guy? Is he even alive?
Looks dead to me.
One moment, I'm thinking.
Well, that pretty much tells you he's gone.
I looked to Trip. Trip, is he...
Can I make an insight check
Uh,
or something? I want to check something because
sure. Actually, make this investigation.
investigation.
Yeah, insight is more truth and lie.
Oh.
8. This is the first time you've seen sort of a dead person in all this armor. You can't really tell at this point.
I really have no idea. It's new to me. I've never seen something like this.
I walk up to the guard and put my fingers on his neck.
Okay. You
sorry,
I'm
feel...
just gonna peek over Zelion's shoulder to see if I recognize the armor at all.
Okay. Topaz, you get...
Yes, sir.
Topaz, you actually don't get a pulse. And Ursula, you do recognize this armor. The
I'm
armor...
sorry.
Sorry, I'll just get to it briefly. The armor is decorated as a black and silver armor. Dotted around the armor, you see what looks like some really faint shapes of stars of some kind. You also see that it mostly covers the chest. The leg area underneath, though, is not covered by any armor whatsoever. No kneecaps, no pants, not long pieces of armor of any kind. And you do see that the feet, though, are at least covered in heavy armors. And Ursula, you do recognize it, that this is the armor of the Celesta guards. The guards of Noir.
This man's a Celesta guard.
Celesta, what now? I look back at Ursula.
The guards who guard Noir. This guy came from Noir.
Isn't that 2 days away?
I'm sorry to say this, but I believe he's dead.
Shoot. Shoot. You don't think either Diction or...
I'm sorry, who? Not that one.
Oh, here comes the SOB.
That's the solid
whoa.
snake.
What do you mean by diction?
I'm just trying to guess what happened to this
Can
guy.
One moment.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Hang on a second. First of all, what are you doing? Trip, what are you doing?
History check, because the guards of Noir wanted to know.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Make a history check. And Magnus, what exactly are you wanting to do?
Figuring out what they were hiding at this point, because again,
insight.
Diction, if it had for a reason.
I'll say insight at this point. Bloody hell, is that an 18?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, it
Plus one of
is.
these three.
Plus one.
Okay. I'll get Magnus's 14.
Same roll as last time.
Yeah, you sort of click to know the fact that Diction is somehow... the Diction coming up, you sort of think Diction's involved somewhere during this extra thing after the meetup. You can't tell when, though. But Trip, at this point, as you look over the armor, even though you've only seen this in a book once, you know this as the Celesta Guard. These are the guards that mostly patrol along the coastal areas of the eastern areas of Monu. They mostly reside in Noir, and they don't really like to see see the outside help from beyond the outskirts of Noir, as they believe that they have enough supply power between them to fight any foe that comes their way. But they do at least acknowledge that other areas have other guards just in case of situations in need.
Okay. Trip looks, finally clicks the things together and goes with a deep gasp.
Oh, what?
I read in a book. I read in a book. I read in a book. Read in a book. She clearly she's a bit hysterical at the moment.
Okay. Trip,
Hand on Trip's chest. Calm down. What happened?
calm down, Trip.
The Celesta Guard, they would door slam. The Celesta Guard, they would never. The door slammed on the bad side. Sorry.
The owner of the pub comes out and goes, "Keep it down!"
The Celesta Guard, they normally never go to other places because they believe Noir has enough resources. So something really bad must happen in the east.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I don't think I've ever been to Noir before.
No,
Well,
they
looks
haven't-
like we're about to.
Zillion, you wouldn't have mentioned Diction without a good reason.
I'm just making a guess. Diction's given us nothing but trouble.
If
He could
we
be causing
met-
trouble anywhere.
If we saw him at the outsides of Helix, odds are there's a good chance he tried to.
Wait, hold up. You guys met him at the outskirts of Helix?
Mocking us, yes.
Wait, what exactly did he say?
Something. Well, remember how we kind of forgot what we were supposed to be doing in Helix in the first place?
I try to think. Forgetting exactly.
The Great Peace.
Oh.
He
Right.
kind of mocked us about screwing that up and then flew off on his echo. But not before taking some damage, though.
Don't tell me he was behind what happened in Helix. I mean, I know about the bug attacks, but was he expecting us to in Helix or
Sure
something?
was.
He sure was. So, now that we told you, what was that thing you were going to tell me later?
I just kind of rub my face for a bit and then say, Diction was in Hope Key about a week ago.
Great. How's Hope Keep doing?
They're doing fine now, but he kind of summoned a what were they
Hook
called?
hands?
Hook
Hook hand-
horrors. They were known as hook horrors.
Hook hands is better, though.
Hook horrors up.
Someone say hook whore?
Hook horror. Stupid.
Magnus is going to shiver like, oh, those fucking things.
Yeah, just for clarity, so people can at least remind themselves, I've just put in this here as a visual reminder, so people can see a good look of what they look like. That is what they looked like.
So they're dinosaurs with hooks.
They are essentially bird-like monstrosities who, instead of having claws, they have basically one claw hand above them, but they rely on a scythe mostly for cutting rather than their hands.
Basically, think a bird like Velociraptor.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it, only
Man,
with bigger,
They're
sharper...
already bird-like anyway.
Yeah.
The things nearly killed me.
I look over at Zelion and shock. What?
They were pretty tricky. If it weren't for Mugbeard, I'd been dead.
At this point, Secton,
Mm-hmm.
make an Arcana check for me.
Oh.
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is very, very, very bad.
What? What are you talking about? 22. Okay. Secton, for the first time in a long time, Secton gets a whisper. He gets a whisper!
Oh dear.
Oh, I've been wanting to pass this one on for a long time.
I'm gonna stare at the armor again and see if I can find any other clues as to what happened to this man.
Oh, hang on a second. Wait, what were you doing, sorry?
I'm just gonna sit here.
I'm
mind my
gonna
own
just
business
like
and do
furiously turn away from Zelion after hearing the news, and I'm gonna just inspect the armor in the body.
Okay.
Yeah, I just glanced guiltily over at Ursula, somehow knowing that I upset her.
Alright, Mugbin needs a real life P check. Okay, that's fine. You can go make one. Alright, so, Ursula, make
Okay,
a...
TMI!
No, it's fine as long as we know. Ursula, make an investigation check.
You got it.
He
Alright.
could have said BRB bathroom.
Relax.
No need, don't worry, Dub. It's alright, Lena.
Investigation, right?
Yep.
You said.
Yep.
Got it. Cool.
15. You look over the armor. You do see the sight of 2 claw marks that have dug almost right into the body where dried blood is situated. You do also notice something else. You do see what looks like black smudge dotted around each of the claw marks.
Ursula, what is it?
Even though I'm a bit queasy, I'm going to. What is that? A nature check? I'm going to do a nature check on that black sludge.
Okay.
Is that what that is?
Yes, that would be yes.
Okay, while she's doing that, I turn to Trip and Topaz. Please don't. Do you two have any revival spells that you can use on this guy? I point to the dead guard.
Hold on, Secton, just beforehand. Oh, Secton, you got it, didn't you?
I think so.
Okay, fair enough.
I get. Sorry.
It's all right. So, Ursula can do that. What else was going on there? Sorry.
Okay, well, she was
Revive
making...
spell.
Oh yeah, revive spell.
I don't have any revive spells. The only medicine spell I have is cure wounds, and that's it.
Same here.
I have a revive spell, but it costs a lot to do.
How much?
A lot of gold, like 300 or so.
Much.
I'd rather not use it just nilly-willy unless it's really dire.
All right.
I understand.
If he was alive, I could have snapped him, I could have kept him alive, but sorry, I really don't want to revive someone just right away.
I lift up my hand. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I put my hand on Trip Shield's arm. It's all right. I understand.
I walk up and kneel down by the body
Okay.
and look it over.
What was the result of Ursula?
7. It's hard to tell exactly what it is. Based on how long it's been on the body, you can't tell.
I still kneeling. I look up at the mayor. The mayor is out here, right?
Yeah, Thomas is right next to you. Yes.
Thomas, do you have dragons around here somewhere?
To my knowledge, no. Why?
I look back down at the body because apparently there's dragons. These are draconic wounds.
My eyes widen.
Draconic wounds?
I think back to what Diction had when he was in Hope Key. And I'm kind of dreading and hoping that's not the case. That this isn't what I think it is.
We have to go to Noir. Now. There is no time to lose anymore.
Right. Right, I agree.
I look over at Thomas. Please, sir, can I ask you of a favor?
And what would that be, Ursula?
Please give this man a proper burial. For me. Because I used to live in Noir, this man deserves a burial. For his service.
Very well. I think that's the least we could do. But are you
Thank you, sir.
Are you guys really all going to Noir?
We have to. That's my hometown. I can't bear to see it under attack like this. If there's trouble, I have to be there.
We have no other choice, sir. Please understand.
All
Asia.
right. Oh. Just stands right behind you.
Okay. I kind of give her a telepathic rundown of what's going on.
Okay. Alright. She just looks at you, just kind of like, just none the wiser.
Oh, all right. I am using telepathy to communicate with
Yep.
to
So all of
Anastasia
you just
politically.
look. All you do is you just look at Zelion just looking at the horse, and you just see the horse just tilt its head.
Oh, all right. Knowing if she's understanding, she's got an intelligence of 6.
Yep. Okay, that's fair enough. At this point, by the way, Thomas is looking up and goes, "Well, if you're going to get to Noir, I suggest you hurry as fast as you can. It still is a good few days' travel to get there."
Yes.
I heard.
no.
To Anastasia's back. Well,
All right. Who's getting in what cart? Because now we have 2 carts. We have a cage. We have Sparks. We have Anastasia. What's going on?
At this point, Sparks comes over just behind Trilly.
Trip just looks curiously at the scorpion at first, but she knows it's tame.
Yeah.
I look over at Sparks. My eyes wide, seeing him out of the cage. Whoa.
Be right back.
Alright. Just claps his claws.
Oh yeah, by the way, we cured Sparks.
That's great. That's great news. Trilly, you are amazing.
You cured the meat with salt?
Yeah, I can't really take any credit for it.
You spent the most time with Sparks. And there's an echo.
Trilly will gesture to the cage and say to Sparks, "Move."
And at that point, it starts moving, and it actually gets inside of the cage that is behind the first cart.
This is really well.
This is amazing.
I look over impressed at Trilly. Damn, you've been doing some work, girl.
Yeah, that's about all I managed to teach him all week.
It's better than nothing. It's a start.
I ride over to Trilly. Trilly, you are a genius.
It's impressive nonetheless. I mean, it's not like you can speak to animals like I can.
All I can do is befriend animals.
What do you mean, speak to animals like you can?
Well, we furbolgs can, speak with plants and animals. Well, we can just talk to them. We can't understand them back. And we can even, help make them help us.
Someone in tune with nature.
I understand it.
Back a bit. We don't have time.
We don't have
Thomas,
right, we have to go.
Thomas nods and goes, "Very well. All you have to do is just head down that road straight ahead there, past my establishment. It should take you about basically down this way here. It'll take you about 2 days. Probably the fastest will be about maybe a day and a half, but that's the best I can estimate. I'm sorry it's not any quicker."
You did all you could, Thomas. I just kind of smile at him reassuringly. And I thank you again for everything.
It's my pleasure. I just hope we could be of at least some use, whether as a stay or even what any of us could have done. Also, Trilly, you actually see the guards come back, and you see that they're holding a bag of the healing supplies. Thomas just sort of looks over and goes, "Oh, we actually won't be needing them, I'm afraid. He's gone. But, I think Trilly here might be able to use these." So Trilly, you watch as the guard comes up to you and hands you a bag of 5 healing herbs. And I can let you know, I will give you the description for these healing herbs after we are done with the stream.
Wow, thanks very much, Thomas.
As I said, you've helped us, it's the least we could do. Now, go and kick some, I think as Magnus would say, kick some butt.
I snort a little bit at his failed attempt.
Did I say something wrong?
No,
sounded good to me.
It's alright. We understand. And thank you again. Let's get moving, guys.
Yeah, dibs on the reins. Trillia gives Sparks his carapace a sort of affectionate pat and then go take the horse.
Alright, so the fact you guys technically have 2 carts. So, who is riding in which cart? To let you know, they are both the same size.
Oh boy, am I gonna have to attach Anastasia to the cart again?
Well, right now, one cart has Anastasia and one. Let's just pour well, let's put it this way: one of them has 2 horses, one of them has none right now.
I look down at Anastasia, giving her a pat on the head. Sorry, Anastasia. I get the feeling you're gonna need to pull the cart again. Promise it won't be. Promise it won't be for long. I'll tell you what. I'll detach you when we get closer to the action. Okay? Just so you need it.
Trip decides to be a bit more inspiring because she can speak Elvish, speak to Elvish. Noble Steed, we really need your help real fast right now. Please, allow us one more time of your services.
The ears sort of flick back, and at this point she looks back at you, Zelion, and just slightly nods.
All right. I ride her over to the cart and begin to attach her to...
Okay, yeah, so just to let you know, the front cart is the one that Anastasia is on. That's the one that Zelion and others brought. The other one is the one that Magnus and the others brought. So, I would like to ask each of you, one at a time, to decide who is going into which cart. So, Zelion, front or back?
I'm going to be pulling the reins up front.
Okay.
Because I feel like Anastasia would be more comfortable around me.
Okay, Zelion's on the front there. That's fine. Okay, next up, Mugbeard.
The front one won't have the giant scorpion, right?
No.
Good. Then I will say to the horsey, good horsey, you can do it in Dwarvish.
He just looks at you confused like...
Hey.
Good horsey, and I
just
pat it
kind
on
of...
the head.
I kind of look at Anastasia and be like, don't worry. He's a moron.
He just sort of... Alright, so Mugbeard, you're riding the first one then, I'm guessing? Alright.
Aye, Captain.
First one does. Alright, Magnus.
Yes?
Which one are you going in, front or back?
Question.
Just to let you know, both carts take exactly the same, by the way.
I'm closest to the one where Zelion is, so I'll just go in that one.
Alright, fair enough. So you get into that one there, so that's got 2 in the back and Zelion on the front. Topaz.
Decisions. Well, since we came on the one that our group brought, no offense, but I think I'm gonna, since Secton did the use stink to Magnus, I think I'm gonna ride in the cart with Sparks.
Okay.
So I don't have to smell him and have the urge to throw up.
Okay, fair enough.
You wouldn't have known that, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known that. Yeah, Topaz.
I know I didn't know that, but I'm just saying for the sake of this, I'm gonna ride in the one with Sparks, so I don't have to hear. So I don't. Let me put this. I'm riding in the one with Sparks, so I don't have to hear Magnus's mouth.
Okay, that's better. All right, Trilly.
Trilly is taking the reins of the Sparks cart.
Okay, so that means Zelion's leading the first, and Trilly is leading the second one. Okay. Let's see. Who have I missed on the... Trip.
I'm already positioned.
You're on the second cart. Okay.
Yeah, she decides to give Anastasia a rest by going in the other one with
okay.
Sparks.
All right, Ursula.
I guess I can go with Trilly and Trip.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Okay, Secton.
How many people are in the front and how many people are in the front
So right
cart?
now, the front cart has 3 people. Zelion is taking the reins with Magnus and Mugbeard there. And in the other cart is where everyone else is, but Trilly is taking the reins.
I'll ride in the second one.
The second one.
I was about to say, do you want to ride in the second one so you don't have to smell Magnus?
Okay, so essentially, out of all of that, Trip and Magnus swap places.
Yeah. Trip only does it because she wants to give the
give
Anastasia a rest and also wants to observe
the giant scorpion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay. We're kind of underneath the cart right now. Yeah, we're kind of underneath the cart right now.
Wait, I switched places?
Yeah, essentially, Magnus, you said you took the front one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so essentially you swap places with Trip, because Mug and Zelion are on the front one too.
You know what?
Yeah.
To make it even, I'm just gonna ride with Magnus, Mugbeard, and Zelion. What
Thank
the
you.
hey?
Okay.
Yay.
Alright, that's fair enough.
Somebody has to keep the half orc in check.
Alright, so rundown of the carts, just so I got it. So Zelion, Mug, Magnus, and Ursula have the first one. Give me a second. Zelion, Mug, Mag, and Ursu. And the other one is Trilly leading with Trip, Secton, and Topaz. Okay. Just for clarity, Sparks, Anastasia. Okay, sorry, just had to make a note of that. All right.
How do you spell Noir again? N-O-I-R?
N-O-I-R.
That's also the Spanish word for black.
It's also the French word for black.
Oh no, wait, Spanish is negro.
Thank you.
Oh, watch it!
It's not racist if it's a different language.
Hey, okay.
It's
Before we get
technically
too controversial.
Yeah, don't worry, we know what you mean. All right, so do you guys all head out straight away?
Mm,
Well, I suppose the best question is, Zelion and Trilly, are you taking your carts and just going right now?
we're taking the reins, and I'm taking the reins, and I'm about to head out right now.
Yep, I'll be following then.
All right. So in which case, I need you both to roll an animal handling check for me, please.
All right. The 20 plus animal handling plus 4. 17.
17 for Zelion.
Okay, Trilly will look back at Trip, look up to meet her eyes, give her a friendly smile, and then turn back and
Okay, 13. Okay, Zelion, because you have Anastasia on the front, you instantly start off your gallop and you go in quick speed. Truly, it takes you a little bit of time, but you do eventually get both the horses to move and you gallop. Now, before you ask this, before we carry on, sorry, are the two of you going full speed, gentle speed, or slow?
I'd say I'm going about a proper amount of speed, just fast enough for Trilly to keep up, but trying to be as quick as I can.
So it would have to be one or the other. It would have to be medium or fast.
Guess medium speed, because I'm not sure how much weight because I don't know how much strain this will be on Anastasia since she's the only one pulling the cart.
Okay. All right. Trilly, what about you?
Trilly will also probably go fast just to catch up, and then slow it down to match the pace with Zelion.
Okay. So you both make out, as you both make your way out, Thomas sort of yells at your direction, just stated, "Godspeed, you heroes!"
I wave my hat as we leave.
That's the first time in a while we've been called heroes.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of more chances, Magnus.
And honestly, the way we were praised in there felt nice. There's the reason we actually got all this healing equipment.
I just kind of look away and I start doodling in my notebook again, writing stuff down.
I just
Which
smile.
reminds me, we did load the healing equipment into the carts, right?
Yeah. I'll say you did so.
Okay, good. Because that's a couple thousand gold in healing stuff.
Yeah.
I believe Trilly has it, actually.
Trilly's got some herbs.
Okay, never mind.
And we actually had the whole town going out and getting stuff. Yeah,
Thanks.
killing that hill giant. Killing the hill giant actually helped.
That was what did it. That, for the record, that's what that caused the town to like you.
Killing the hill.
All right.
Hope he sees us as heroes too.
I also
Hookord.
owe that dwarf. Not Mugbeard, but I owe you another dwarf a beer.
You mean Ignal.
I want to ignore the beer still.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we still passing the guards?
You guys are just about to exit the town.
Is there guards in front of us?
The two guards who grabbed the supply equipment, yes.
I'm getting. How much does the beer cost again?
Beer, 2 silver.
I'm tossing 4 silver out. Give that to Ignal!
The two of them nod their heads and they just sort of nod and wave as you go off. And you watch as they go off in towards the town, and you guys all head out of Jing. As you guys make your way down the pathway as fast as possible, it takes a bit of time. Zelion and Trilly, both make a perception check for me, please.
Okay, perception. Perception plus 4.
16.
We're doing good with the rolls today.
What do you mean, uh-oh? Oh, 20 for Trilly, okay. The two of you sort of notice that as you guys are making a bit of a distance towards Noir,
Giddy.
you actually get the sense of something is up. You feel this cold wind, but not cold as in temperature, but the coldness of scared. The fear factor, as it was. The fact that, from Secton's words earlier of noticing the arcana from the dragonic approach of the wound, you feel that tension build as you look up and notice the clouds begin to get darker. They turn dimmer. And as you are approaching the first day of traveling, if you guys want to continue to carry on, you could do the swap over, but it'll make it difficult, or you can stop for the night and carry on. It's up to you guys.
First up. Come on. I actually wanted to do something on the way, but...
Go on. What do you want to do?
I just wanted to have Trippy staring off in the distance in FOD so that maybe someone could notice that.
Alright. Trilly, Topaz, or Secton, any of you want to notice the deed? In fact, I'll allow... Oh, since Trilly's focusing on the path, Topaz, Secton, one of you two can make the check if you want to see if Trip's up. What's up with Trip?
What kind of check are we making?
Insight.
Insight. My insights are +0, so I don't have a modifier,
Yep.
so it's just a roll.
And for Secton, you can just roll for insight as well.
7, I've got nothing.
Yeah. Topaz is just distracted by what's coming up ahead. 15. Secton, you look over. You do see Trip just sort of in a weird sort of state. You're just not entirely sure whether it's good or bad.
I don't say anything. I'm
Okay.
just gonna stay quiet.
That's fair enough. So, what are you guys doing involving the journey, by the way?
Okay, I look at Anastasia. How is she doing?
She's looking steady at the moment. She's looking a bit worn out, but she's at least still going. Compared to Trilly's two, they are almost looking tired, but that's because the difference between two horses and a spiritual one is a little bit different.
I send a telepathic Hey, you okay? Do you want to rest?
Anastasia just sort of looks up and just...
Alright. I kind of look back at the others. Do you think it's possible for us to just camp for the night? Anastasia's getting...
Trilly, you look ahead, you just see the mouth moving of Zelion. You can't really tell what he's saying at this point from the distance.
Trilly, what's happening?
Is the road wide enough that our two carts could essentially be side by side?
I'd say just about, but you'd block the whole road.
That's not a problem. So as Trilly sees Zelion mouthing back at her, she sort of encourages the horses to speed up a bit so she can essentially travel alongside and actually hear what Zelion's saying.
Okay, I'd say that's easily done.
All right. I asked the others. I'm asking the others. I'm kind of asking if okay. Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's okay for us to stop for the night? And Stasia's getting tired.
Yeah. Let's find somewhere to pull in and camp up then.
All right.
Okay.
I'll look around for a possible camping spot.
Make a perception check.
All right.
Actually, make a nature if you want as well. It could be perception or nature, up to you.
Okay, I've got 3 in nature and 4 in perception, so I'm gonna make the perception check.
Go for it.
21.
21.
21.
Thank you, meme. You do easily notice a small clearing to the side of the road. It's about a little distance ahead, but you can at least tell there's a good spot up ahead.
I point out to what's the position of what's the current situation? Like, how late in the day is this?
Right now, coming up to, based on the time and everything, it's coming up to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but you guys have been traveling for nearly 7 hours at this point.
Okay, so it's still light out.
Yes.
I kind of point to the spot that I see, to the clearing that I see. Oh, over there. We'll camp over there for the night.
Fair enough. Lead on.
All right. I guide Anastasia over to the clearing.
All right. You guide. Trilly, you're guiding as well.
Yeah, Trilly will follow Zelion into the clearing.
Okay, fair enough. You guys make your way to the gap in question. I'm just going to use this as the example. Just using this as the example if everybody wants to put their markers if they want to.
Okay.
The map didn't change for me. If it
Whoops! Yeah, I forgot I moved myself rather than the markers. Damn it.
Thanks a lot!
I'm sorry. It's
Mine's
like
not
I have...
loading at all, so I'm gonna reload the page.
No,
Mine's just reloaded.
Mine loaded.
there you
Mine
go.
loaded too.
It's because
I can't control myself!
It's because I have access to choose what you guys see.
Okay, so clearing. I'm gonna make it right here.
There. Alright. You guys want to get your marker? You guys have yourself there?
Okay. Anastasia just kind of stop her once we're in the clearing.
Oh yeah, there was a madness in that cart. I forgot.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can move my thing.
Alright.
Then I kind of climb off to detach Anastasia so she can.
We're using roll 20, Zolnova. Just for record. Alright, so if you guys want to make yourself there, do we have everybody on that area?
Yep.
Wait, do I have to be here or there or where?
You guys, I'd say you guys have a majority from here to here. Essentially, you guys have this clearing up here.
Okay, we're good.
So you guys can have your mess around there if you want.
Okay.
Let me just do something
I'm just
here.
gonna stand by the tree, just under it, leaning against it.
Alright, I'll just...
Trip starts already looking around for edible fruit because that's what she does.
Okay. Make a nature check.
Yeah, I figured as much.
11. Takes
no luck
you,
this time.
Takes you best part of it takes you nearly an hour and a half before you find at least some edible stuff and bring it back. So you do find some, but you at least find some smallish amount after some time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hunt.
Okay, make a nature check. Natures are getting love today.
Whoa!
Natural
A lot of
20!
apparently.
Natural 20! So, 21? All right. In quick succession, as Topaz comes back with the first load, Mountbeard is like, right, give me a moment, and within about 20 minutes, comes back with 2 killed hogs.
Wow.
Wow!
Basically, you're coming back with a handful of berries, and I'm like, oh, look what I've got.
Essentially, you could say he's standing there like a strong man. He's essentially got the 2 pigs on his shoulders, carrying them like he's carrying 2 barrels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now who all made a nature check?
Mugbeard and Trip.
Okay,
So yeah.
that's all I need to know. Thank you.
Fine. All right, so I will say, you guys settle down. Does anybody want to do anything for the evening?
There is actually something that I want to do.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just good. Okay. So, having felt the tension in the air, that feeling of fear, it gets me uneasy. I look around, seeing the trees. Get up. I kind of get up and approach one of them, and I approach one of the trees. This tree, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And I cast Speak with Plants on it.
Okay. Yep, Zelion chose Speak with Plants.
I'm not telling anyone what I picked.
Yep, that's the idea. All right, go on, Zelion. So what exactly are you doing?
Okay, I gently place my hand on the trunk of the tree, close my eyes, and kind of channel pulse through it. Just kind of like reaching out to the tree, trying to see if I can hear its voice.
Nurbar Krudis.
Nubar Kudis.
Okay. Okay.
Dead.
God damn
Wait.
it.
Okay. Do I hear anything from the tree, by the way?
Give me a second.
I get the feeling whoever spoke, that was not you, Chris.
The
No, it was
Nubar
Secton.
Kudis? That was Secton.
Okay, I had a feeling.
Nubar Kudis. I like that one.
Okay, I'm now dead.
Oh, Shugo's reviving.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. You imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited senses and animation.
Heidi, I gotta say something. You're my new bestie.
Let's see. Question plants that
Come
don't
on,
face the
man,
spores.
already.
Okay, yeah. Basically, you can have a conversation with it.
Oh. Alright.
Blame Secton. He killed me.
Okay, I kind of open my eyes and just go like, so, hello?
The tree at this point sort of looks up and goes, "What's
The
that?"
tree looks up.
Yeah, what's happening?
Oh no, I kind of cut. Okay, what happened?
The tree just looks up at you just briefly and goes, "What's happening?"
Okay, not what I was expecting to hear the tree sound like, but I just gonna, like, hello, my name is Elion.
Hi there. Zelion?
Alright.
I was not expecting the tree to sound high.
For the record, I was waiting for this just to do it once.
Yeah, I kind of gesture at the. Okay. I kind of gesture at my group. My friends and I are kind of passing through here on our way to Noir. I was hoping to ask a few questions before we leave tomorrow.
What do you want to know?
Well, I've noticed there's been a lot of tension in the area. Do you know anything about it? What's causing it?
My brethren close to Noir were talking about some lousy little escapade, some hooligan coming by and just being a maniac.
Hooligan. Do you know if they said what this hooligan looks like or how they acted?
Sadly not. I haven't heard anything since a while. All they talked about briefly before they sadly were gone was apparently fire.
Fire.
It wasn't cool.
Right. I kind of stifle a chuckle at that. Okay. Sexton, I gestured to our wizard. He mentioned that one of the Noir guards, that the injuries he sustained were from a dragon. Do you dragon or what it looked like? Did they mention anything about that?
Now that you mention it, one did mention something. Some giant little red demon thing flying through the air. It breathed fire and it just... Well, that was the last I heard. They just talked about something red flying and... poof.
Bad.
Is this tree a hippie?
I think...
Wait, red and flying.
Stop it.
The only thing that's missing from this, Aeon, I think Aeon might know if I do this. Good to see you, Kiki.
Hey, Suntree.
What's happening?
I had to mute my mic for the entire thing. I was
All right, yeah.
so goddamn hard.
All right. Okay. I kind of sigh heavily. I was kind of hoping that there wasn't a red dragon in the area.
Is there actually a red dragon in the area?
Yeah. I kind of give the tree a gentle pat. Do you know if they're still in... Thank you for telling me. One more question. Do you know if they planned on leaving?
Sadly, I don't know. My brethren all went up in flames from what I gathered. Apparently not a single bit of nature's tree or plant is left around Noir. I don't even know how far back it goes.
That's a shame. Well, thank you for letting me know. You've been really helpful.
No problem, Zell.
Yeah. Before I walk away from the tree, I'm just like, before I go, just I don't know how much you can do once the spell wears off, but just do your best to be careful. Warn the other trees if you can.
We'll try our best to pass it down by the grapevine.
All right. Do you have a name?
No one's asked me that name for such a long time. I think if I'd have to say, though, fuck you for this. I guess, well, my name is Honest.
Honest?
I gotta be honest with you, that tree's got a mouth on it.
Huh. Yeah.
Arnest, for the record.
Arnest?
Yes.
Arnest. Well, thank you, Arnest, for the helpful information.
No problem, Zell. Now, be careful who you tell, Zell.
Oh god, kill me.
Don't worry.
I am trying so hard not to burst.
And with that, Zellion, the spell ends and the tree turns back to normal.
Okay.
Right.
Somebody please end me now. I'm going to die.
I'm already dead, so you know.
Revive!
I got lost about halfway through that. There's a red dragon in the area?
I kind of walk back. I walk back.
No, that was an actual... That's a meta question, by the way.
Yeah. Zip.
Yeah, bad news, guys. I think... Remember when I said that diction was in Hoki?
Yeah?
Yeah, he had one of the dragon shards. It was a red one.
And?
I told you it was a red one.
Yes?
The tree I spoke... That tree I point to, Arnest.
It was basically just a tree now.
I'm looking at like, are you really lost your mind?
I kind of, I learned to spell, I learned to spell like about a few years ago for a self. I can speak to plants. But anyway, Ernest told me that there was a red dragon in Noir and some crazy guy.
I'm sorry, what?
I overhear it, and I immediately flinch and hold my head in my hands.
Well, that means I'm out of the question.
Trip is, as always, distracted.
No. Don't misunderstand. Red dragons are immune to physical damage. And that's all I do.
I can't.
Trip can bless your weapon if you ask. But okay, that's all. See, you don't know that yet. You have to ask Trip if he knows any spells to help.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I look around.
Zellion,
Does anybody
you got
know
one-
any spells that can hurt a red dragon?
Actually, Zellion, I got one question for you. Do you still have that ring on you?
Ring?
The one you put on your weapon and it turns it into an enchanted one? Because if I put that on one of my swords, it actually would do damage to it.
I actually pull out my vicious dagger.
Oh. Great.
Yeah.
Well, the thing, look, even if I were to go into battle, I wouldn't be able to, considering I'm going to pull out both shards around my neck. I got both of these, and they need to stay far away from there.
Okay, I kind of look at Magnus. You know, that reminds me. You want to talk about that?
You did.
Okay, mind if we have a private talk about it?
Not at all.
I kind of look at the group, giving them a look to say we're going to be talking.
Okay.
Yep, take your time.
I'm still panicking over by the tree.
I kind of look over to as I pass by her and say, "Hey, can you check on Ursula, make sure she's okay?"
Of course.
I'm not nowhere near Topaz. I'm talking to Trip.
Oh, okay, my mistake. Sorry, my bad.
All right.
Trip just snaps out of whatever she's focusing, like, oh, check on her. Sure, I'll check on her.
All right, thank you. I kind of coax Magnus over to what I'm hoping is a more secluded area away from the group.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So, I got your apology back in Hope Key.
And?
Well, I'm sure you've gotten my apology as well.
Yeah, and I still didn't expect you to use them.
Yeah, I know. Look, Magnus, I know you meant well. I know you did.
I did it to protect you, because we don't know what happens when we spawn these shards. When we use the shards, right?
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
Look, I
don't know which one's bad or not. You may have taken the bad one.
Hey, look, Magnus, I don't know either. And I'm not planning on releasing any dragons anytime soon, but listen, there's something that I actually brought this up with Titanus when we were in Hope Key. He's aware of he's aware of dragon shards communicating with us.
Oh, great. What'd he think?
He actually said that Azzy tried to communicate with them too.
What did it say?
I don't know. I recall what Titanus told me back in Hope Key. Something about how can I get a history check as kind of a refresher?
I'll tell you. I will tell you that the shard tried to communicate with him before. The only thing that you got from the conversation, because of the whole thing, was that the dragon inside the shard tried to communicate with Titanus before, but because that it never saw any of Titanus's ideals, it chose to leave him alone.
I relay this info to Magnus.
Well, if I try to communicate with it, did he know if it was a good or a bad presence? Because honestly, if it was a good one, I'm just going to take off the red shard and just try and communicate with the shard I have, the other one. Because if we have a dragon and they have a dragon,
you've got black.
Well, it's better to have two.
Just to clarify, you've got Azzy, which is the which I believe was
Copper.
Yeah. No, that was Catalyst. Yeah. Let me get.
I have one that I got from Goldie, which is what, the white shard.
That is Azzy. Yeah, Azzy was what you picked up there. Give me a minute. I got my list. Where is my list? Where is my list? Where is my list? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? It's somewhere in this book. It's somewhere in this book. Give a look. Oh, this book. Whack!
Alright.
Thank you. That CD will be available never.
Good.
You'll one day make a soundtrack.
Fuck!
Honestly, when you do your Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, I like when you rap along with Joey's battle.
Maybe I might.
That's straight up entertaining.
Alright, to answer your questions, Azzy contains the blue dragon spirit. And Catalyst contains the copper dragon spirit. I realized I messed up, and that is the full 100% list I have here. That is the truth.
And Catalyst is the one that the Black Pen thinks that they have.
Yes.
So well, we actually have it.
Yes.
They have the fake.
So to put it blunt, I'll tell you the exact situation that you guys have got. Azzy is blue dragon. That's what you got from the Azzy crystal. That's the one that you got from Goldie. Catalyst is copper. That's the one that was found in Helix that you guys have. The one that they said they've got is the Esto shard, which apparently you don't know contained anything in it specifically, except it had red for the coloring.
Alright, I've got an idea. It may be a very bad idea.
Aren't they all? Aren't they all?
But it may give us the upper hand.
And what is your idea exactly?
I'm taking off the catalyst shard. And I'm not rolling a constitution saving throw.
Okay. I hold up my hand for
Oh no, you're not touching this one. I'm doing a test.
Wait. Magnus, the shards are trying to find new masters. If Catalyst reached out to me, there's a reason for it, and I want to know myself as much as you do.
Look, you tried to reach out to me, but this one tried to reach out to me as well. Except I resisted it.
Okay, so if you talk to, okay, listen. If you want to talk to Azzy, that's fine, but let me talk to Catalyst, please.
After I'm done with Azzy, okay? You will get the shard.
Right.
This is so I can monitor you, okay? If anything
Fine.
goes wrong again, I'm going to shake you out of it.
Fine, but I'm not going to assume that the shard that I have is evil.
It's
evil until.
You should assume the one I have is evil as well, unless I say any otherwise. Alright, I'm putting the catalyst on the ground, and I'm not rolling a Constitution saving throw. I'm letting it take over.
You're doing this willingly.
Willingly.
So give me the reminder, which shard is it? Azzy or Catalyst?
The Azzy shard.
Azzy,
the one that tried to reach out to Titanus.
That would be the blue one. Okay.
This is either a really good one, really good idea, or really, really bad idea.
Well, we'll find out when I look up the... Ooh, okay.
If it works,
while this is
I'll have
happening,
control of a dragon.
Can I interrupt for a moment? While this is happening, Trip has already started checking on Ursula and trying to console.
Trip is just sort of coming over. Wait, are you going over to Ursula?
To Ursula, because Zillion asked.
Yeah, I'll say before we get to those two, I'll allow this. Alright, so Trip comes over, you look over Ursula, and you see Ursula just completely lost.
I introduced her. Ursula, hey, you okay over there?
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Trip,
the cat got scared.
Trip, make a dexterity check.
She's gonna bomb.
So,
Oh god.
6. You fall back and whack into the tree. Ow.
oh my god, Trip. Don't scare me like that, please. I'm so sorry.
Trip slowly sits up. Don't worry, I have a helmet. It's fine. My head's okay.
That's not the point. Oh my god, this is so bad. What am I gonna do?
Well, you don't have to do anything. Once we arrive there, we'll see what we have to do. And if you feel burdened, I can always help. I mean, I'm your shield.
Look, that's not... Trip, you're sweet giant. What do I say? This is not... Okay. I guess I have no one else to tell this to. Trip, how good are you at interpreting visions?
I'm not very mystical in that part, but I do get visions sometimes from, well, the god I follow, Hephaestus, but that's very rarely. For some reason, he doesn't give me that much to talk or see with.
I figured.
But if I can help if you want to.
Well, last night I actually had a sort of vision, if you will, in the form of a nightmare. I was back in my hometown, Noir, and all of a sudden, out of the east from the ocean, I see this black cloud with red lightning, and the town became overcast, and then the next thing I know, destruction everywhere. I couldn't stop it, and then the last thing I hear is this thunderous roaring. And I don't know what it means, but I know that my town is under attack, and seeing that guard back in Jing proved my vision is coming true. I know there's trouble, and I have to be there to help.
Trip just takes it all in and gets a deep sigh. Yeah, it sounds really bad. I don't really know what to say. I'm not even sure what's going to happen at the war, but, you know, if there's bad stuff, we'll overcome it. That's what we're supposed to do. We can't change everything. We can try our best to change what's in front of us, but there's no way of undoing what's not what we aren't there.
I just kind of sigh despondently, and I nod. You're right. I
Look,
know you're right.
if the city's under attack, or it has been attacked, at the worst, we need to check for survivors and help those out. And if they're still under attack, then we battle with all our hearts and save everyone we can. Sounds about right?
I just kind of smirk. Trip, you have a heart of pure gold, you know?
I've been told that a few times.
Thank you. I really needed that.
She just gives a nod.
At this point, Magnus,
Yes.
just tell me exactly what you're doing.
What happened last time gave me an idea. Since, obviously, Zelion failed the Constitution saving throw, if I don't have one in the first place, I'll go right to the Azzy shard to communicate with.
If you do that, well, concerning you're aware of this, yeah, you can choose to do it willingly or not willingly at this point.
I'm doing it willingly.
Okay. And what are you doing with the shard exactly?
Yeah, the catalyst will be on the ground.
You're just laying it on the ground, yeah?
Well, the Azzy shard will stay around my neck. It tried to communicate with me before, but I shrugged it off. Because I passed the Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
If I don't roll one in the first place, it's an automatic fail.
Yeah, I'm aware. Alright,
which means it would communicate with me again.
So you're wanting Azzy to speak to you.
I'm wanting Azzy to communicate with me, yes. I want to, honestly, if we can get a dragon into battle, not only would that even the odds, it might actually help in our favor, because we have a lot of spellcasters on our team.
Then Then make a persuasion check to try to get Azzy to. Well, try. What are you gonna?
Actually, I wouldn't need anything to begin with, considering I did this Constitution saving throw the last time.
True, but you have to remember. But now you're trying to get his attention rather than him trying to get yours.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion check.
You're gonna persuade the dragon.
Yeah, he's gonna try and persuade a dragon.
This is gonna be interesting.
You have to roll really fucking high.
Or not.
No, not.
I have an advantage.
You just place your hand on the shard.
Knock, knock.
Nothing happens.
Right.
At this point, when you say knock knock, everyone else looks over in your direction.
What? Sorry. Ignore me.
Jeffers looks concerned for a moment, but they're too busy with Ursula, so they're like, eh.
Okay.
Trilly's used to ignoring Mud here, she doesn't pay attention.
Okay.
I'm choosing to ignore Magnus and just relaxing.
Okay. Second, what about you?
Okay.
I'm too busy playing with the fire.
yeah. He colored it purple. You actually watch a brief moment. You watch a second in a brief bit of child's play. Turn the fire into purple flames.
The fire
Alright,
and the
so I will keep doing this as long as it takes.
I'll allow you one more chance for the night. Make another 12. Okay.
That didn't make it. I know that.
What do you want to say to it specifically?
We need your help. Azzy, I don't know what your alignment is, and honestly, we're about to go what would be a suicidal battle. We need your help.
Okay.
We need and if we don't, there's a chance none of us will come out of this alive. With you, our chances would be even. We desperately need your help.
Okay.
For a moment, all is quiet. You actually don't get a reply straight away, but you do get a slight voice in the back of your mind. You feel similar to the spell that you felt Secton pull on you before, but you then get this feeling as your eyes go black. You are taken to what looks like a large crystal-like area, almost sapphire-like. But as you do so, you then hear the sound behind you.
Turn around.
You watch as the creature comes towards you in your mind. All you see before you is this large blue dragon standing literally about 3 times the size of you, at least. It looks down at you with this piercing look. You feel this sense of dread, this sense of evil-like eyes staring you in the face.
Shit, I made a mistake.
I need you, Chopper.
I will definitely roll a cons.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh boy. That's +1. So D20 +1. Oh, thank you, God!
Natural 20. Oh,
Nice.
you motherfucker.
And what?
Just okay.
Are
Just as he hold on, he looks at you for a moment. You feel this overwhelming fear build within you, but you know this isn't the time. You slowly shrug it off and you stare at him back.
We need your help.
The dragon bends down and looks at you. You stand about the same height as its mouth, as it bends down to look at you.
I am Magnus. I have fought many battles, but this one I know we can't win without help. We require your assistance.
You require my aid?
Indeed.
Do you have any idea who or what I am?
I took a gamble coming here. I know you're a dragon.
Well, at least you're smart enough for that one.
I don't know what alignment you are, though. That's why I took the gamble.
Well, if you must know, first of all, introductions. You said your name was...
Magnus.
Magnus. I am Azarine. I am an adult blue dragon. I stand at the peak of greatness amongst dragons. Why should I listen to a half-orc such as yourself?
Because we have the catalyst. We're more than willing to ask him for assistance. And we need your help taking out one of your lower brethren and putting him back in his place. I believe we know them as red dragons. I don't know what you know them as.
You know of Volcanus.
Catalyst?
Volcanus.
The red dragon?
Yeah, Volcanis. I realized I did the wrong thing, by the way. For the record, because I realized I said the wrong thing, Catalyst is Cobalt, for the record.
Cobalt.
Yeah, Cobolt. Sorry, that's my bad for mixing up dragon names.
C-O what?
Cobolt. That's Catalyst.
I guess we're retconning the whole conversation.
Sorry. My bad.
I think we hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
The DM has screwed up.
I know. That was ages
No,
ago.
no. I think we hit the jackpot. I think I got the right dragon.
So Azarine sort of bends down and goes...
I only know him from reputation, and he's been terrorizing a town nearby. And he's also under the control of some... How will we say... untrustworthy and mischievous folk. By mischievous, I mean they want to destroy this island. And bring on an age of destruction, where you would be destroyed as well.
He looks at you for a brief moment. Somebody destroying me? Is that really such a feat that this world is going on to try to do?
These guys, there's nothing beyond them. They want to destroy everything in their path, and they're willing to summon, well, let's just say, they're willing to summon, look, hold on, this is for the DM. There was a battle between good and evil dragons, right?
In lore, it can happen. You don't know if it's happened in Monu.
They were more than willing to spawn your enemies, let's say. Your former enemies before you guys were banished to these shards.
And you believe that it is best that I be released?
If you're willing to help us, then yes. If you are not, we're more than willing to go to Cobalt for help.
Make a persuasion check.
13.
13?
Wait, I might have done that wrong. Nope, I did it right.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, 1 second.
Side note, Chris, I believe Raven's internet just died.
Yeah, I just noticed.
Okay, did you get my message in the Roll20?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say that can happen. Because he's not paying attention. Alright, so at this point, he looks at you and goes... As tempting as an offer that is, I think I have other plans if you release me.
And what would those plans be?
To assert myself as the strongest.
Wouldn't this help you assert yourself as the strongest? I mean, if you take down another dragon and help us just save a town, not only would you be hailed as a hero, you'd be hailed as the strongest dragon of them all.
Oh boy.
He sort of looks down for a minute to ponder this thought. He then looks back at you. Very well, then show me something first.
And that would be?
Show me the strength you possess.
What? And how would I do that?
What do you think, idiot?
You actually look at him, Magnus.
Oi, not part of this. Not you, Brownie.
Yeah, it's all right.
Call me
Yeah, Magnus. I'll say at this point, you watch as your weapon that you had appears in your hand, exactly pristine, exactly the same condition.
Yeah. The longsword I just made.
Show me the strength you wield in that blade. Then we'll see where you stand.
24!
24 hits, roll damage.
It's plus one longsword, so the 8d it's an 1d8 plus 5.
Whoa.
8 plus 5. Also, it's an automatic plus 1, so it's an 1d8 plus 5 plus 1.
Okay.
So, wait. Let me compare that to my other longsword. Nope, it's automatically rolled in.
Alright, I'm back. Mobile hotspot, that's fine.
6.
Oh, 6 points. You lunge forward and thinking the best place to strike is the leg. You strike and... You actually watch as you have just dented only a little scale.
Guess you're immune to physical attacks as well.
He looks at you and goes... No, not in a fight. This is just in the mind. Then in that case...
Thank fuck.
My turn. And you watch as he puts his claws into the ground. He looks at you and the wings sprout out. And you watch as right where his mouth is, it opens wide and you see a large amount of teeth. You then see from the back of the throat a spark of electricity form within.
It's the electric dragon. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Dexterity. It's a plus 1, no?
Yeah.
1d20.
Dexterity saving throw.
If I got this right, if he fails, that he's gonna get electrocuted, right?
Yep. We'll find out by how much.
Not enough.
20. 20.
Also 19. Wouldn't that be a crit?
No.
No, that's
No?
that's saving throw. And
Oh, right.
for the
I forgot about
record,
that.
19 was what you needed.
Yes.
Oh, gee.
You still take some damage though, and let's see how you like this one.
Uh-oh.
I got a bad feeling.
So that is, no, not that many, but close enough. I need to actually open up my other bags.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You have erased the DM!
Have I enraged the DM?
D20 damage.
Where's my other dice? Did I have another one? Yep. Okay, so that
Brownie,
is.
what are you planning?
Well, I'll tell you in just a minute. So.
He's gonna kill him?
Well.
Oh gosh,
No,
I think
it's
it's
in my
dying.
mind, so technically it wouldn't kill me.
Too.
Hold on a second. Let me just count my dice. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry, what?
Okay. Roll the first ones. Okay, first. Whoop, that's a cock dice.
Wait, what did he roll first? 19?
Basically, it was a DC saving throw, which was 19, so you take half the damage. So, hold on.
Gosh, if it's over 50, he's gonna die immediately.
Oh, I don't think so.
40.
Brownie is being extremely silent right now.
Because I am counting.
Oh, no, you're not counting.
I realize I
Yes, you
should
do.
not. I realize I should not have fought. It's a strong thing
Don't
to do.
fuck with a dragon.
Okay. So, Mugbeard... Oh, not a Mugbeard. Sorry, that's wrong. So, Magnus...
Yes?
Magnus, you take 72 points of lightning damage.
Shit!
Cut in half because
Oh,
you
thank God.
succeeded. So
So
that
that's
is
32.
that is 36 points of lightning damage.
Oh gosh, did he out of die? Please don't tell
14
me.
HP left. Holy shit!
Just for the
You had
record,
that much health.
Yes.
What?
By the way,
50 HP.
just to clarify what I rolled, it was 12d10.
Jesus.
Any worse?
Yeah, that could have been if you
That
failed
could
that
have been
bloody
so
throw.
much worse.
So, Magnus, you watch as the electricity forms, and without even a moment's hesitation, fires the breath towards you. In quick succession, you dodge out of the way, but not before the blade just touches you briefly. You feel that tingling sensation within you, almost like you got struck by a large thundercloud itself. And it's there that he looks at you, and he looks, and with a smirk, he thinks he's done the job. You survived.
Yes. And honestly, you're a lot strong. You're exactly what we need.
It's just...
I'm putting down my sword. Sometimes the strongest thing a person has to do is learn not to fight. I am clearly outmatched here. I surrender.
He looks... make a persuasion check.
Imagine it's him.
Oh, it's another 12.
12, okay.
Please be good.
He looks at you. And he then begins to relax.
Oh my god!
He then looks just briefly with a smirk and goes, "You are stronger than you look, Magnus. I will happily applaud that. But know it takes a lot to persuade someone like me to work by your side. But as you have survived and you were quick to react to my power, I won't help you per se.
No raising an eyebrow.
But perhaps I can help in another way."
And which way would that be?
Wait.
He smirks for a while, and then you just hear this. "In due time, all I will say is come the battle if you fight Volcanus. Just wield the shard up towards him. Call my name. And see what happens next." And with that, a strong wind blows within this void. You are thrust backwards away from the dragon, and within a moment, you're back in your body.
Whoa!
And at this point, when he coughs, all of you turn and you look as Magnus falls to his knees, out of breath.
What is
that-
the?
That was close.
I kneel in front of Magnus, kind of tightly in my hands. What? Magnus? What the heck happened?
I spoke to it. It agreed to help us, but not in the way I thought. He agreed to help us, but not in the way I thought he would. Woo!
Oh god! What? Who? Magnus? What?
Sorry.
Okay. Magnus, what the heck did you?
Magnus, what did you do?
You know how I had the dragon shards? I spoke to the one that I got from Goldie.
Okay, how bad does Magnus look right now?
He actually doesn't look hurt. He's just extremely out of breath.
I rushed over to Magnus and I put my hand on his back. Catch your breath, my friend.
When you place the hand on his back, Topaz, you actually feel a slight tingle.
Wait, am I still damaged, or?
You're not damaged, but the electricity is still there. Because as Topaz touches you, Topaz, bzz, you suddenly feel a zap.
Okay.
And you all watch as Topaz's hair just fluffs up a little bit with the electric shock.
Screw that! I'm going to grab Magnus.
Alright.
He's getting shocked!
So, Magnus.
I just look
Because,
at
you know, I'm
Magnus,
covered head to toe in metal.
Just,
I don't care.
Ursula?
I just look at Magnus
Okay,
in disbelief.
okay,
What?
what is Mugbear gonna do?
Grab me.
Sorry, but I didn't hear him.
Right.
Mugbeard is going to grab me.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute. Ursula, what are you doing, just so I can get things in mind?
Honestly, I just looking at him in shock and anger at that, and the lightning is just reminding me of my vision again. It's just making me so infuriated.
Alright.
I'm just choosing to put catalyst around my neck and tucking it into my shirt.
I'm looking on the ground. Where the hell? Wait. Zelion?
I narrow my eyes at Magnus. It would.
I told
What?
you after I got back. And well, technically I am back. But I also made a promise not to let that thing out.
You
But
made a.
doesn't mean I won't let you talk to it. Just don't let it out.
You won't let You won't let the one in Azzy out or Catalyst.
Catalyst. Its name is Cobalt, by the way.
Cobalt. Yeah, it talked to me back in Helix. Remember?
I didn't know its name until I went into the shard of mine.
But
That's my last shard of Azzy.
What about the Red Dragon?
That, his name is Volcanus.
Hmm.
I was told... I'm fine, by the way.
It's not that.
He's agreed to help us, but not in the way I thought he would. He's not going to come out just yet.
And he shouldn't be out.
He's not. I was told, when we face him... You know what? I'm not going to tell you yet, Rogue.
Okay, I
'Cause
look
right
at.
now you're
Still
clearly
don't-
agitated. I'm afraid of this thing getting stolen.
I just eye Magnus. I just eye Magnus with a freaking glare.
You're the one that stole the
Magnus,
catalyst from me right now.
Magnus. I'm gonna say this right now. If if the blue dragon, whatever its name is, if it's an evil dragon, I don't think any of us are gonna forgive you for this.
Good news! I have good news for you on that one, actually.
What?
Its alignment is good.
Can you be so sure?
He said it himself, highest of dragons.
Uh,
All lawgivers. They made those rules. This is a noble one.
I just
And honestly,
tried to-
if it wanted to kill me, it could have done so when it was in my mind.
I look around at the others. Just give him some rest. I just kind of walk off.
That red dragon doesn't stand. That
Trip,
Volcanus
what's up with Trip?
doesn't stand a chance now.
Trip is just trying to get the word in, but every time she gets interrupted, and she's how polite. She's like, You see her with her finger up, like every time she wants to interrupt it, like she wants to say something.
You want to say something, Fairbog? I'm sorry, I don't remember your name right now. I'm kind of exhausted.
What
Mr.
exactly
Shield.
just happened?
What do you know of the dragon shards?
As much as Zelian could tell me.
I was given 2. Zelion currently has the other one.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. I'll, It seems all is in order.
The dragon shards that I have around my... Well, the dragon shard I have around my neck. Its actual name is Azari. He was a high dragon.
Okay,
and he has
okay,
agreed...
just... Okay, don't worry. Just rest for now. It seems everything is fine. We can wait till the morning, till we're on the road again.
Side note,
God
it
damn it,
shoots
David.
lightning out of its mouth.
Yeah, I'm just.
I just look at.
That's
What?
good to know for the future.
Can I do like a would that be a history check or an arcana check to see if I know anything about the blue dragon?
Make a history check.
While that's going on, I'm just gonna glare at Magnus. Lightning? Really?
Yeah, it's
Ow.
also
Well-
a deep shade of blue.
Well,
23.
Can I say something?
No. This is bad. This is very bad. This is bad.
23. Secton. Tell me, what was the ones you were listening for? The names?
Wasn't Chopper talking to a blue dragon?
The Azarine. Okay.
Azarine, yes.
That might have just spoiled some fun. Just depending where this goes. So,
Or
Secton.
you can keep the cryptic.
Yeah, that's true. Secton, what you know about the old history of the Blue Dragon, or rather... curiosity, have you mentioned the name at all, by the way?
Azarine? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Couple
did
times.
mention Azarine. Alright. So, Secton, as you hear the name Azarine, you remember one thing from your studies. You remember studying up on all dragon names. You know about Azarine. Azarine was one of the 4 dragon emperors who once ruled over Monu before life existed.
Oh boy.
But Azarine was known as the Southern Dragon, basically guarding the southern area. It patrolled around there like it was its domain, treated everything like a playground. It ruled with the equivalent of an iron fist.
Shit.
It never cared for anything else unless it was something it saw as a useful ally, but only if it was beneficial to him rather than the world itself. So to put it entirely blunt, to sum that up,
The dragon I got around my neck is a dictator.
yeah.
Lovely.
Great.
Let's see. Oh,
Is Sector gonna warn me about this?
well, I don't know. Does Sectum want to warn?
Yeah, I'm gonna point out how dumb Magnus is.
Okay. Oh, we'll probably be done in about 10 minutes, Lena.
Okay.
If he's going to point out how dumb he is, I would like to help. So I would like to give him an advantage.
You don't have to do that. Roll to
I
curse.
know I don't have to do it. It's Magnus.
Fair enough. Okay. So, Secton, do you actually pass on the full details or just stupid?
I'm gonna say, Magnus, you made a deal with a dictator.
I'm sorry, what?
The blue dragon from the south, he ruled with an iron fist and cared little for anything else except himself.
Oh.
Because
I did say while we were fighting, I would kind of do it, but I didn't say if I would do it. Whatever, I'm not going to do it anymore, obviously.
So, I will be nice because you got higher than a 20, Sexton. I can actually tell you its alignment.
Yeah.
It is lawful evil.
Oh!
You.
I was made a mistake there.
That's why you ruined my fucking fun.
Okay. I now know what
Okay.
the circle stuff meant.
Okay, now I'm definitely gonna let Zelion do that one.
Okay.
Second,
Simply put, Magnus sees evil.
Okay.
Oh, why do I always find the evil ones?
What
all
was
right,
Leanne
all
gonna
right. Sorry. Trilly. I think Trilly was getting something out.
say? Yeah.
so it's a dictator. Magnus, didn't you say it wasn't evil?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you what it told me.
You're an idiot.
No, really. Now I know I'm fucking trying to make a deal with the goddamn dictator. Look, that red dragon made me desperate, alright? Listen, Zelion, you know what you need to do.
What?
But before that,
We are
Secton,
not talking to any more dragons.
Secton, what do you know of the name Cobalt?
Hey, hold on.
This will tell us whether we need to enter the shard at all. Okay?
Oh god. Oh gosh. Enough about this already. Look at everybody just darn seriously. Look at this. Look, I know you're all wary. I know you're all concerned. I don't plan on releasing any But I'm not gonna let anyone persuade me from not talking to the one in the catalyst, from talking to Cobalt. You reached out to me, and honestly, I want to know more. I don't plan on releasing them, but I'm not gonna assume he's evil. And I'm not gonna let anyone tell me otherwise. I'd rather find out for myself.
Fine then. Secton, tell me, what do you know of the name Cobalt?
I kind of.
Oh, Ursa just
I'm
goes
just gonna
off.
stomp over towards the road.
Okay. Secton, are you wanting to know about this one?
I'm just gonna say dragons are not to be trusted at all.
Could you please just give me at least a hint of what alignment it is?
I just walk away, just giving Ursula her space.
Jeb just goes to check on Ursula,
Okay.
as always.
So you three go there. Secton, do you want to do a check for Cobalt, or do you want to leave it?
Sure.
Okay, make a history check for me, please.
Okay.
Natural one.
Yeah.
you-
Dragons are not to be trusted.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, that's all. You just pass on.
Yeah. And,
All right.
Sit down by the fire.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I kind of go some distance so that I'm kind of in a secluded area. But I just kind of put my hand over where I put the shard, and just
Hi, dude.
say, "Cobalt, are you there?"
Make it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll say. One second, by the way. Mudbeard, yes, you are encased in electricity at this point. You feel tingly, and no, you're not dead. So Zelion, are you actually wanting to try to? Are you wanting to try to speak to Cobalt?
I'm going to try to speak to Cobalt. You reached out to me before,
Okay.
and I'm not sure what the retcon is yet, so
Make a persuasion check. What exactly are you saying to him?
I'll just say, persuasion check, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I know you're there. I know you reached out to me before. We talked about things, and my head's still kind of fuzzy. But I know I told you but I do remember telling you what I desired once. Hear me. I need to speak with you. Please.
Make your check. Natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Here we
boy,
go.
this-
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Round 2!
Right, get my book back out. I was thinking we were done for the night with this.
I mean,
Well, I can already say that I'm going to have to do something for Trip as well.
Chris, if you want, we could if you want, we can continue this in the next episode.
No, don't worry. We'll finish this bit to end of the episode.
Okay, Magnus, you don't even know where the
Magnus, you're still slightly out of breath at this point, so you're still recovering yourself a little bit.
I'm still gonna try and find Zelion at least.
All right. So Zelion,
because I didn't make a promise.
Yeah. So Zelion, you get this feeling within you, similar to what you had before. The feeling of your eyes going dim, and suddenly you are thrusted back to a familiar place, because the DM screwed up his color coding. You are in a slightly... You're in a different casing. The colors are painted in what looks like a dark, rusted brown type of color. And you watch as a glimmer shines a few times, and then, coming in front of you, the familiar sight of the copper dragon. Cobalt.
I look up at Cobalt.
It looks down at you for a brief moment. So, you have come back.
Yeah. Yes.
Why have you returned?
I just... And I want answers. And I know you have them. Esto has just been released. The one in Esto... Oh, Volcanus has just been released.
Volcanus.
And my friend Magnus, he just talked with... I think he said Azarine.
You watch its eyes go wide at this point, and then, as you mention its name, I can't roar and do the deep voice for the record.
Hey, I cover my ears. Yikes!
Just imagine the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that works. At that point, it looks at you and it goes, Azarine 2?
Azarine has not been released. Don't worry. But to Magnus, but I think it may have tricked Magnus. I overheard Secton saying something about Azarine being a dictator.
Indeed. He was one of the 4 evil dictating dragons.
Okay. I know for... Okay, so Azarine is definitely someone to be wary of. I can see why Titanus was wary of him.
Now you tell me.
By the way, just for the record, imagine doing deep voice. I can't do it all the time.
Don't worry, I can do it too.
Okay, fine. Just I can imagine a deep voice. Don't worry.
Yep. He looks at you and is just... He was right to ignore his warning. But tell me, despite the warning, you chose to seek me. Why?
Because I don't want to believe that all the dragons that are in the shards are evil. I don't believe that. I mean, I've met a dragonborn cleric, and she's stubborn. She can be stubborn, but she has a good heart, and she had been through a lot. No choice but to leave her in Helix. Chose to stay behind. I want to believe that you're evil. Don't have any reason to believe that you're evil. I know that sounds naive. I'd rather give things a chance before I make any judgments. I want to judge you for myself and not based on what anyone tells me.
Make a persuasion check. Is everyone liking what I'm throwing your way, by the way?
Yes.
14. Okay. It looks at you for a brief moment and goes, "You have the desire to see dragons as a goodwill?
Nod.
Why do you assume all dragons are?"
I don't assume all dragons are. I just want to believe that there are good dragons out there, and that they're not all inherently evil.
And how do you tell a good one from a bad one?
I know that as a bard, I believe in the power of words. But as somewhat of a fighter, but as someone who's been raised in an orc village, I have to trust people by their actions too. Better than words is what I've heard.
Then in which case... His wings sprout up. Judge mine.
I gulp. All right.
What do you wish to do?
Oh boy.
I slowly approach the kobold, just taking a deep breath, summoning up all my courage, and just raising a hand out. Just slowly approaching the dragon.
As you do so, you watch as from something obviously not familiar to you, but if Magnus was there, it would be quite similar. As you watch, as you approach, its mouth opens wide, and there, as you stare inside the toothless, sharp cavern, from the back of its mouth, but instead of electricity from Magnus, you hear the sound of sizzling. But the sizzling isn't fire-like. And it is going to unleash acid breath.
Oh boy.
Oh shoot.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
A dexterity saving throw?
Saving throw, please.
Okay, I have proficiency in that. I have a +5.
16. Not enough.
Oh shoot.
You needed an 18, I'm afraid.
Come off it.
I'm sorry. So,
This isn't gonna kill me if it. Is it?
Let's find out. Pull out the dice.
Gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh
1,
gosh.
2, 3. Okay, here we go. Okay, that is
Oh.
That's more like it.
Oh no. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in one hit, aren't I?
Zelion, you take 61 points of acid damage.
Shoot, I die. Please don't tell me that kills me.
Well, from the shot, it fires at you, and without a moment's chance to even dodge, you are doused in a very strong acid. You feel it slightly burn at your skin as it does so, and with a moment's blink, you fall down prone, and you look at the dragon give a sort of disappointing look. And with that, you're back in the land that you know of Monu. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
I Okay, so
Oh,
we've
the
got
cliffhanger.
2 evil dragons.
You don't know that.
It just killed you.
So,
I'm not dead yet.
So how does everybody like this?
Well, we know I definitely
Well,
can't trust
what a
these.
situation you put us in.
Well, I know I have a dictator around my neck.
God damn you!
I woke up drunk to worse.
God damn you!
Thank you, Sexton.
Sexton, I hate you. I love you, but I hate you.
Thank you, Sexton.
It was all those books he read back in Jing.
By the way, can I just ask an honest question?
Eh?
The reaction that you all gave when you suddenly heard the reaction of he was lawful evil, I honestly thought that's the reaction I was waiting for. Just
I'm
the amount.
so glad.
Just the amount of.
I'm so glad I didn't actually manage to bring him back. So glad I didn't manage to bring him back.
Sexton, I fucking hate you. You had to get higher than a 20.
He got a nat 20 too. Plus whatever. What
No,
was that?
nat 20. Nat 20 was Zelion. He got the 19 plus 2, I believe, or he got
19 plus 4, which is 23.
Okay, you got 4. Yeah. So he saved you. He saved you guys for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so looking forward to that.
Well, I'm definitely not going to bring it out now. Just
Well,
gonna
you don't know
bury it.
that. You won't.
Don't worry.
Well, Magnus do so. That's the pressure. But let's see how things go on the next episode. So, did everyone enjoy the stream?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Because if I find out that I just got murdered,
I'll tell you the honest, Elion. No.
Okay.
You are not. But I will say there is a partial consequence. I will say it's not much. You just have a point of exhaustion.
1 point of exhaustion. What about my health? Where is that at?
You're back to
0.
You're still full.
I'm still full.
Yeah.
You don't get. It's a mental realm. You pretty much died in a mental realm, which puts exhaustion on you, but your body doesn't take any damage.
Yeah, that's exactly correct.
Okay, so what level exhaustion?
You're just level 1.
All right.
Which should be
Actually, hold on. Sorry, my bad. You are technically level 2 because you sadly died in that realm. Magnus, you are on 1.
I mean, I did survive on that one.
Yeah, so that's the reason. So we've got those exhaustions. But with that said, everybody, the perceptions load low. I think it's time for us to go. But with that said, I hope you guys have had a blast doing this. This was a good fun one. So, now we get some interesting stories. How will the team fare when they make it to Noir? The story of this red dragon. What will happen now that it's come into play? And with the blue and the copper dragon getting a moment with their chosen representative, how will things go from here? Well, not only that, but Ursula's nightmare. What does it mean? Well, you'll have to tune in next time and maybe we'll find out. So next week we do have our next episode, guys. I don't think Ursula's able to join us, are you, Heidi?
Sadly, no. Work has taken over my schedule for basically the entire day, which means I missed the session. So, Ursula will be AWOL for the episode. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, but...
Well, at least we know. Well, if anything else, I will post up to you guys what's going to happen with the next episode. But until then, guys, if you were charged with joy with this stream, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Check us out here. Follow us here on everywhere. And check out the other videos and streams we got going on. A huge thank you to all of you who turned up. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, the great laugh. We did hit 11 viewers, so thank you to those who did. It was great fun. But with that, it's goodbye from Brownie, your dungeon master. It's goodbye from Raven.
Bye.
Goodbye from Dell.
Bye.
Aeon.
Bye.
Okay. Chopper.
Yep. Later.
Heidi.
I'm big.
Sexton.
See ya.
Kotlal. And Lena.
And my ears are
Our
bleeding.
peoples.
All right, but with that, This is Brownie the Joy Charge Gamers signing off on Let's Play Live Dungeons and Dragons Perception Check. Stay charged and catch you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.